Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fabulous edition of Blood on the Clocktower, where we have sound and you can hear my voice. Which is a thing that I only bring up because I realized after 5 minutes of recording that I hadn't been recording that, which would have been really annoying to discover 2 weeks from now when I go to upload it. So I'm very glad I noticed. Anyway, a couple new things. We now have the name of the person that designed the script, which I can't edit after the fact, so that might be correct. I can edit the title, so if it's not correct, I'll probably have a disclaimer or change the title. But I was told that that's the name of the guy. That would be his handle on Discord, which if you don't know, there is an unofficial Discord. You can play the game there. People playing there almost every day, multiple times a day. Also, I will mention that we have you can come and play with us. Also, our home is the Dice Tower Werewolf group. We also have a Facebook chat and we have a website. So if you would like to find us, feel free to come to Dice Tower Werewolf and you can search Stephen Loomis. I'm a moderator. Just say, hey, I want to play Blood on the Clock Tower. We'll get you plugged in. I'm happy to have new people joining all the time. So this is the all Amnesiacs script. Oh, which is very exciting. Everyone in the game is the Amnesiac, which is the best role in the game. The Amnesiac ability is as follows. You do not know what your ability is. Each day, privately guess what it is. You learn how accurate you are. So what that means is Jason, our host, is going to come and say, pick a number, or pick a color, or pick a player, or pick two players, or something, and we will provide an answer to the question he states. But we don't know what we're doing. Or he might not visit us at all. Or we might have an ability where we need to visit him the next day. And then, and then once per day we can visit him and ask him, does my ability have something to do with a potato or whatever? And he'll say cold or hot or possibly bingo. And then if he says bingo, that means we got it, and he'll explain everything about it. And from that point on, we can ask rules questions about our role and everything else. That's pretty much it. I am an outsider, which is not great, but it's better than being an evil amnesiac after all. So there's a list of things. I'll go over that. So the win conditions have not been modified. So to kill the demon, good wins, demon, and one other player, evil wins. While abilities can be similar to pre-existing roles, none of them can be exactly the same. So, like for instance, I might be an ability that's like the Slayer, but it won't be exactly like the Slayer. So it might be like you get that ability twice, or it might be like, well, I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but it wouldn't be exactly the same. I will be giving each character a nickname as well, which is important because he then immediately says, please go by your nicknames going forward. So I don't know what that means. I'm assuming he'll visit me and give me a nickname. The Sentinel and the Medium are in play. So the Sentinel states that there may be one more or less outsiders in play. So the script calls for 2. There could be 1, 2, or 3. Or possibly 0 or 4 if there are rules that modify the number of outsiders, which I have no idea because we don't have a script. So there may be outsiders. There may be lots of outsiders. There may be only outsiders for all I know. The medium is the other one, and that states that, so the amnesiac ability is that you may ask once per day. The medium states that the day that you die, you can ask a question, and one time after you die, you can go to the storyteller and ask another question. And the point of that is that if you've kept records of what you did and what happened, you might be able to figure out what your ability is, even if you die. Like, for instance, if I die on day 1, we'll get 3 questions. Because I'll get to ask the question on day 1. I'll get to ask the question the day after I die, and then the day after the day after I die. Or, the day after that. Night order will be as follows. Protection, killing, and info. Boring. You cannot be poisoned, but your amnesiac question may be poisoned. I think that means that if, for instance, there's a poisoner-ish role, so it won't be the exact role as the poisoner, my ability will not be poisoned. So, like, for instance, if I'm the Slayer, I will still be the... Hello! As in financial profit? Got it. I make money. Got it. I got it. I am very profitable. I get it. I got it from the very beginning. I'm just dumb. Do I do anything? Okay. Oh, okay. I will look forward to it. Anyway, I'm the prophet or something. That's my code name. I don't know. You can, however, not receive a malfunctioned bingo. Upon getting your bingo, you learn your ability and can ask questions about it. All Amnesiacs questions will receive cold, lukewarm, warm, hot, or bingo. Additionally, they can receive any question answer I choose. So, I would almost argue that this is not correct. Or maybe he'll say warm, hot, which will be a little confusing. Anyway, I think that's everything. Certainly hope that Jason had volume, but I don't know. Anyway, the day is over.
Can we share the names of our characters? Which is
We just welcome everybody back. Going forward, as you saw my rules instructions, which I'll repaste for everyone, so we got it all. Just hang on one second. Okay, that should be everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I'm repasting the rules instructions since Anton had a question. So going forward, you now go by your nicknames. You don't have to change your nicknames. You could change them, and you don't really need to change them in the Zoom, but when you talk to people, go by your nicknames. Those are your nicknames for the game. Welcome back. It's been a busy day. You guys see off in the distance, there's this giant dragon, and in the jaws of this dragon, you see the dead body of Jay, nicknamed Jay. And unfortunately, you need to find out who killed me and why. So I'm going to open the breakout rooms, and I'm going to give you guys 12 minutes this time because I know you have a lot to discuss. And I will be in Jason Ask Questions here, so each of you can come and ask your question, possibly more if you want to, whatever. Just come in here and I will help you if you need help with whatever. And you get one Amnesiac question a day.
I have a rules question before we go. So are the nicknames meant to be like to replace our actual names, or are those just supposed to be like what we call our role?
The nicknames are your roles, so whatever, go by your nickname. That is your role.
But
Okay, but I mean like
in the game, if
by
I was the Slayer,
calling another player by their name, that's not going to affect our roles necessarily. Like I don't have to specifically call someone by their nickname.
No. You could say Manny Steven, but go by your nicknames. If you might want to tell people your nicknames, just go by your nicknames.
Okay. Nope,
nicknames are
fine.
good in this game.
Okay.
Anyway, I will be in my Jason asked questions here. It's the first one, Anton. The first one. The short answer is your nickname is the first one of the two. Okay, you guys could all go talk to each other, chit chat, whatever you want. If anyone wants to see me and start asking their one question for the day, just let me know.
Christopher.
Okay.
Can I join your room, Jason?
You gonna talk?
All right. Sure. Let's go.
Leanne?
Yes, let's talk in.
I had to click 3 times to make it work. It's like, come on now.
Dude, when
Well,
Jason
are you
hosts,
ready for this?
He like definitely states things until they're dead. Anyway, I'll be in my room, but I'll be in my room, and I'll be in my room.
I'll still be.
Also, I'll have you know that I did my whole intro, and then I realized that my microphone wasn't working. I'm very glad I realized that before the game started. Could have been very pissed if this game wasn't recorded.
Yes, that would suck. All of a sudden, you're like,
Yep, that would be awful.
see, because you didn't even know I was not talking there, but I actually had my mouth moved.
I'm not sure what happened, but I'm very glad I noticed. Anyway, what do you got?
I know what's going on here already.
So I think another Jason comment is it's somewhat odd because he kept saying about how use your nicknames, which to me, my nickname, like if I was the Slayer, basically is Slayer. Like essentially, the nickname is the way of identifying the role, and as we all know, some of us don't necessarily come out with our role. So it would stand to reason. I think I just got my finger stuck. Okay, I'm glad I was able to get my finger out of that bottle. That I wouldn't necessarily just give my nickname.
Correct. I would not either.
Okay, cool. At least we got that cleared up.
But I already got this somewhat figured out. I already know what's going on from the nicknames.
Did you do something?
Yeah, I used my brain.
I did not do anything.
Oh, well, that's fair.
He said, "You are free to use your brain," and I said, "Damn it, I don't want to do that."
No, that sounds like a terrible idea. Can I just sit this one out?
Did you get your nickname?
Yes, I got a nickname.
Cool. I got one too. I think
It's a
Manny
good
got 2
nickname.
nicknames.
Sounded like Anton got 2 nicknames, not Manny.
Oh, okay.
You think Manny got 2 nicknames too?
It might have been Anton. I just heard it said you're the first one or something, and I was like, well, that's weird.
Yeah, that was Anton. All right. Now
You
I
want to
just
tell
gotta
me what
figure out-
alignment you are?
Oh yeah, I'm a townsfolk, not an outsider.
Let's do the good evil. I am either the evil Amnesiac or the good Amnesiac.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do this, I am going to tell you, I'm gonna give you a 2 for 1, a 2 for 2 here. I am either the minion Amnesiac or the townsfolk Amnesiac.
Well, for the record, if you're going to do the good evil, you would definitely want to state that you're the minion and not the demon.
That's fair. But let it be known that I did not lie to you about my role in this game.
Well, so far, I feel like this game that I've been so excited about is a monumental waste of time. Because I don't even know anything.
You got to know your nickname.
I do.
That's very useful.
And I know what color question mark I am.
Yeah, so you're doing great.
Let's see who's talking to Jason. Do you think
I know-
anyone got a bingo yet?
No, but I'm gonna get a bingo.
On question 1?
Yep. Oh yeah, it's on here. Let's see who's talking.
Dude, it
Chris
doesn't
and
even matter.
Steven are talking. That's questionable.
It doesn't even matter. Dude, people are putting their nicknames in.
Yep. Dude, they're making it so easy. I already it's so obvious what's going on here. Oh boy. So you know what? I don't think. Oh yes, the demons are gonna get fake nicknames too. Okay. They're gonna get okay.
So maybe Anton and Matt are minions and demons, and so they're feeling the need to use their fake ones. Oh, and he told Anton that it was his first or second, so he's evil because he got bluffed. He's the demon. Dude, let's just kill him.
He got more than one.
Yeah, let's
let's
just kill
call him up.
Yeah.
Let's just kill him.
Dude, people would be so pissed at us.
He might not be. Oh yeah, he should be the demon. Let's just kill him. You're right.
That's so dumb. Well, I'm gonna put that in my hat, but I'm definitely not gonna act on that because that would not even be a game.
You're not gonna act on that? But you don't want to kill the demon?
Well, no. Here's what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna act on it, but I am gonna note that happened to. You said it was Anton, right?
Yeah, it was Anton.
So I'm gonna be watching in case anything hones in on him. The point is that we haven't even had a game if we just kill him and win, because then at this point we've played an Amnesiacs game and not actually played one.
No, that's perfect. That shows how good we are at social deduction.
No, it's just that we're good at catching people saying things that they ought not.
Yeah. I like that too. So, are you good? Because I'm good.
Well, I am good.
Have you figured out anything yet?
No. I mean, I know that what my nickname is.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna talk to somebody else.
If you tell me your nickname, I could help you.
Why?
Because I know what the nicknames stand for.
Why?
Why? Because I'm that smart.
Well, are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
How do you know what the nicknames stand for? You just know English? And you're
No.
assuming that long bottom, so what does long bottom mean? You can prove yourself here.
Long bottom.
What I'm imagining is it's like a bottom that's very long.
No. I would think that long bottom is
It's
a soldier type role.
Why?
Because of the name long bottom.
So you're proving here that you actually do not know anything.
Yes, I'm telling you. I just told you why.
So what about Sybill?
Sybil? That is...
Again.
That actually sounds... If I recall correctly, that is an evil name, actually. Which may actually be no, he can't be minion. So that must be the one that can tell fortune. That's a fortune teller type role.
I don't believe you.
Yep. Give me yours.
You're complete crap. I'm leaving.
I'm not. I'm trying to help you. Okay, but if you don't want my help, that's fine.
Are you good?
Yes. I'm sitting here and I'll sit with you the whole day if I need to.
Well, dude, it's not like there's any point in talking to your demon anyway, because it's not like he knows anything.
That's true too. Are you evil? Is that why you're talking to me? Because you wanted to waste your first day? Because you can't talk to your demon at this point?
No, it's because I love you and I want to talk to you.
I'm nominating you. That's evil.
I don't want to talk to you a lot because you're kind of wasting my time.
Well, okay. Well, you don't have to talk to me anymore. I'm just saying if you wanted my help, you come to me and I'll help you with your name.
You haven't told me your nickname yet.
Well, no, because you don't need my nickname. It's not going to help you.
Why not?
Because you don't even know what's going on yet.
Well, neither do you.
I'm trying.
You
Yes,
do not. No, you're a liar.
If you give me your nickname, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. I'm 100% not lying.
Are you going to tell me your nickname?
I bet you'll get at least a warm when you go to talk to him if you help give me your info.
If I give you my nickname, are you going to give me your nickname?
Sure.
All right. My nickname is Butthole.
That is a lie. That is 100% lie.
You're so good at this. How could you tell?
I don't know, but whole sounded questionable to me. All right. Well, if you want to go talk to somebody else, that's fine. Don't say I didn't try to help you.
You didn't tell me anything.
I told you I'm a good player.
All right, fine. I'll tell you my nickname.
Okay.
Prophet.
Liar. That's not it either.
How do you know? No, dude, I just told you.
No, that's not your nickname.
Well, you're a liar. Tell me your nickname. I just told you mine.
That is not your nickname. Don't lie to me.
It is my nickname.
No, it is not. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is not your nickname.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
Why not?
Because nicknames are not profit.
It is my nickname.
Nope.
Prophet. Profit.
I 100% don't believe you.
Well, you are 100% wrong.
All right, I'll give you 99%. I don't believe you. There could be a chance that you're telling the truth, but I don't believe that 99%.
Okay, well, you are 100% wrong.
No.
And I've wasted.
When you're ready to tell me your real name, let me know.
Okay, well, you've
But
wasted my day and not believe me. And I've given you all of the information that I have.
That is not your information. You come talk to me when you're ready to talk, sir.
Yeah, but it's only so much we know. Everyone hasn't come. Let's do so now. Okay, all right. Let me go talk to him. Let me go talk to him right quick.
So, Steven,
Is Chris spectating? Is Chris spectating?
No, he's
playing. Chris is playing.
No.
Okay, I didn't want to run in the room. Okay.
You could go to room 14, and he'll probably jump in there. That seems to be the backup room.
Oh, okay. That's the waiting room?
Kind of, yeah. So.
Is there a waiting room for Jason?
Probably.
He's been sending people to room 14 for a waiting room.
Okay.
I'm going to room 15. Sorry. Nobody was here when I came. I'll go back to 14.
One person at a time.
I know that. Nobody was here when I joined. I'm leaving.
Hi.
Hi. So my question is this:
What's your role first?
Prophet.
Okay. What's your question?
Do I have an ability that activates when I die?
Hot.
Thank you. Manny's waiting for you. I'm gonna go back. I'll send him to you.
Okay. And then
Sorry. He's ready for you.
Lynn's in there now.
Okay, well then.
Yeah.
I just came to you because I want to write down exactly what I asked before I forget.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty broad question though, so
So
I'm not going to be getting a day 2, is what I'm saying.
Man, did you ask something that we discussed?
Yeah, exactly that.
You got hot?
I got a hot.
Manny,
Well, that's because
room
you are
is
hot,
empty.
Stephen. That's because you are.
Anyone
hot.
wants to go?
Manny,
Yeah. You want to talk?
did you pick me last night?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We can't, but we'll talk tomorrow.
Anybody else need help with
the
the
rooms are
rules?
closed?
It didn't make sense when you first
I
asked
think we're
me,
not supposed to do any whispers.
but it makes sense now.
Oh,
Did he say
Chris,
that?
do you know my role, Chris? You figured
He,
it out?
I guess, passed that along to Candace. He passed it
well,
along to us.
I think I have a good guess on what you might be.
Oh, you
Manny,
big
did
on
you
me?
get
Oh, that's
hot or
awesome,
cold?
Chris.
Did
Can you
everybody
tell me
talk to
tomorrow?
Jason?
I did.
Yeah, I could talk to you tomorrow, Matt. That's fine.
Does
Okay,
anybody
cool.
else need to talk to Jason?
Michael, please
Just
come for your
Michael,
question.
team.
Michael, go to Jason.
Already
Quit
asked
being
that.
a jerk off and go.
All right,
Free
chill.
question, go for it.
Double question, Michael. Maybe
Circle
that's your
I
character
know,
role.
I know.
Your character gets 2 questions a day. That's doesn't get any answers, but gets 2 questions.
Yeah, he just looks at you and goes, "You already asked the question, dummy."
Manny, did you get hot or cold or something?
I got a cold.
is Mike? Everyone should be in here, but where is Michael?
Michael just
You
went
just
over
told
there.
Michael
He
to
went,
come
you
ask his
called for
question,
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
and he
Good,
says
okay.
he already asked the question for the record.
Oh,
But she goes away, and now
He
Michael
checked-
comes back.
He checks his list as he teleports away.
Maybe we should just do it in
Magic.
alphabetical order next time.
and I assume that most of you now have a feeling of what's going on.
Nope.
Yep.
Some of you have a feeling of what's going on, so you guys could open up discussion. That night went a little longer. Remember, no matter how much you want to do chats, I am going to limit it that you must come to get your Amnesiac questions. If you don't come in time because you're busy chit-chatting too long, you will not get them in future turns because I had to wait for everyone.
So, Jason, just like I was saying in there,
Yep.
maybe you should open up a few more rooms and have a queue.
Room 14 is the queue room now.
Okay.
Room 14.
So just go,
is-
that's the waiting room, and then you'll go pick someone.
Hang on. Room 14. will
Or
now
just, I guess whoever been in there longest can jump in next.
Yeah.
That would work. That would make sense.
waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever's in 14 decides who goes in next.
Whoever's in
All right.
14.
That works. I think that's a good strategy.
Okay, so anyway, have any of you learned anything yet?
Yeah, I mean, we are all like Star Wars characters. That's how far I go.
Welcome to
Pretty
the
much.
deck. Welcome to the deck.
I thought it was Star Trek, but
Obviously
No,
not.
Jason, really? I think that was an insult
You
to him.
mean we're not
Unintentional.
in Fire Fly?
Ranger. That's it. Okay. I'll have to curl my hair during the night phase.
Okay. So, anybody want to tell who all they, if you had an opportunity to pick somebody and then talk to them, do you want to tell anybody that you picked somebody?
Right.
Don't everybody speak at once.
I didn't get to choose anybody.
Like I've heard of, I think 2 players who have been picked. It sounds like, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was picked by somebody last night.
You actually told that, or just
No.
Okay.
But I was visited twice.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
Jason's having a kick out of this.
What? Normally,
Oh, I'm
Rob,
sure
isn't
he
it
is.
5?
I'm just still wondering if everyone has figured out the theme yet.
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
I'm some sort of
A
gardener.
series of unfortunate events.
Well, some people might have. Has everyone? Raise your hand if you understand it. Raise your hand if you know the theme. I just want to see if you all know it.
Oh, wait, I got it. Percy Jackson.
Wait. If you don't raise your hand if you know the theme for real. I just want to see if everyone knows the theme yet.
What? What theme?
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
So Lynn and Steven, do you actually know the theme yet?
No, I didn't know there was a
Okay.
theme.
Okay.
I tried to help you, Stephen.
Well, I'll just state publicly that I have only told one person. Well, I told Jason also my nickname, and that person is the only person's nickname I don't know, because everyone else has put it in their name except for Chris, who I told my name to, and he didn't give me nothing because he's a jerk.
You lied. Because you lied. I don't believe that nickname for a second, sir.
Hang on a sec. I got to put mine.
Anyway, do most people know what the theme is? Other than even, because I want to do something here, but I can't do it unless everyone knows the theme.
I do not know the theme, so you'll have to give me additional clues.
Yeah, I don't either.
Are you reading some nicknames? Have you figured out the theme yet?
No, I don't know how many times I have to tell you no, but the answer is
book series.
Start with Guami's name.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a ring going to
Is it Harry
somewhere.
Potter?
Yes, Lynn.
Okay, so now, as I wanted to introduce everyone, welcome to Diagon Alley. This is Hogwarts Battle.
Okay.
There's the name for you, Stephen.
Oh, it's too late. It's all
Hogwarts
Amnesiacs in my thing.
Okay.
Well, if you have time to change it, you can change it now. So, welcome to Diagon Alley. You will now get all new rooms because now you are going to get a wand shop, a candy shop, a bank. So I'm going to be changing the breakout rooms and giving them cuter nicknames now. I just waited a turn, but you guys keep discussing while I do that.
All right.
So we should just kill Kyle, right? Hey, Chris, is that who we kill first time?
I second that.
Yeah, where is Kyle?
Oh, so for $20, Voldemort.
I already know who the demon is.
Hey, can we kill him?
Oh, I'm not going to spoil it.
Come on.
Well, it wouldn't be fun.
Chris, is your name the one that we should not speak of?
No.
Chris knows who the demon is also.
I feel that...
Is that because Chris is the demon?
No, it's because we were discussing it. We figured it out together.
Yeah, we did figure it out, yeah.
Who's the demon then?
I'm not
Although
telling.
I feel like sharing our nicknames in public might be detrimental to us because some of you have powerful nicknames.
I told you didn't need to share them. I said share as much as you want or don't, and you guys now have all put your nicknames out there.
I shared my nickname to one person, and that is the only
you told us
person.
it didn't matter, Jason.
I said go by your nickname. I said go by your nickname. I was very clear. I said,
Right. That's why I asked you if it was relevant to our names or not. And you said that your nickname was whatever.
I said it's equivalent. I said it's equivalent to your role. I said your nickname is like your role. Just go by your nicknames whenever anything comes up. But now they're out there. You guys can all hide them.
Adrian said not sharing anymore.
I'm not. I didn't put my name out there.
Not sharing anymore.
I'm proud to.
Well, then,
To carry.
There you go.
then I suggest we kill Chris, Steven, or Lynn then.
Why me?
No.
Not
Anybody
Liam.
That sounds like a demon-y
You're
thing
the
to
only
do,
three hiding
Manny.
your nickname.
Well,
I'm
that's because I didn't want anybody to know information about me.
Oh, Lynn, you should have hidden
Surprise.
yours. Yours is not nice.
What?
Your nickname is not nice. You should have hidden it.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I've never seen any of the movies. I
Did
know.
you kill Lynn?
No.
I think the gardener is the murder. It's always a gardener, isn't it?
with the candlestick.
Just be
in the
aware that there might
library.
be only one outsider or three.
It depends. There might be like a
Oh.
minion in play who also puts like 20 outsiders in. Who knows?
Has anyone heard outsider claims? Like, has anyone claimed
No.
I'm not an outsider.
No.
I've heard one.
I've heard about people hearing about them, but I haven't heard.
There you go.
What was their name? Oh, I know who the outsider might have been.
Matt looks like he's outside.
Chris could be behind a building. He might be outside.
It could be.
This is the inside of the clock tower.
Are we going to kill every day?
I don't see why we
Maybe
should.
we shouldn't day one.
At least give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Could accidentally kill like the
Yeah, I
most
would
powerful
be
one.
okay with not killing day one.
Why don't we just go to sleep then, and then
Yeah,
that
I'm
way
fine
we
with
can
that.
get it moving a bit.
Jason's working on the breakout room.
We
So.
really have no information, so yeah.
I mean, we don't even have information about ourselves at this point.
Right.
I will say that if we choose not to kill repeatedly, we might make this a very long game.
No,
That's
no,
possible,
just for
but
one.
I think
Just for
everybody
one,
should at
though.
least have a chance
Don't
to
worry,
figure out
Steven.
what's
We'll
going on.
kill you tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I'm not
We'll kill
eager for us to kill. I'm just pointing out the downside of that.
Get it.
It's
Right?
also not
It's
eager for
tier
us
one,
to kill
isn't
the
it?
demon.
Didn't they
Jason,
only
do you
start
still need more time on the breakout rooms?
Yeah, just keep going for just a little
All
bit.
right, I nominate Chris.
Kwame. That
I
hurts.
second.
Let's,
Give
let's
your
want to
case.
slow down the breakout
Now
room.
Jason has to do something.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Yeah, now
really
you really messed it up, Kwame.
Yeah, hang on. No, I was almost done with the breakout rooms.
No,
But,
no, do the breakout rooms. Do the breakout rooms.
Okay.
What did you say the name of this thing was?
No, I'm not going to vote for it, so
Hogwarts
I'm
Battle.
I'm just kidding.
It's a very evil thing to do.
That actually isn't a bad deck building game. The Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. If
I
anyone's
did a couple
played it.
times. It's not too bad. Like it.
I found the base to be harder than the expansions.
I haven't played the expansions.
They're good. They're good, especially the potion and charms one.
Cool. Yeah, a buddy of mine hasn't. We've not played through it all. We just played like a handful of them. I think we skipped like the first couple because he said they were like kind of like beginner kind of things or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
there's some weird faces going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Now the breakout rooms have all been changed. So I heard a nomination.
I was just kidding. I'll take it back.
We're going.
I was just doing it to pass some time.
Okay, so you guys want to go to sleep now?
Yeah.
So now,
yeah, I think we're fine with that.
You guys now have new breakout rooms as you'll see in about 2 seconds here. And there you go. Now you guys have nice breakout rooms.
Okay.
Sam's wiring equipment.
Hang on.
Ooh, bang.
For all
That will be
occasions.
me.
Nice. Anybody want to join my robe?
Okay, Sam's wizarding equipment.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, I'm an outsider, and I do not think that I want to die. I don't really have a second question, though. My ability is kind of useless. Well, I'd share my thoughts, but I don't really have any. So I guess the question is Chris good? Well, Chris is secretive. Chris does not believe that I'm the prophet. Literally everybody else shared their thing. Oh, by the way, the name of the script has changed. It's now Hogwarts Battle. Maybe. But, I might be at a disadvantage since I don't know Harry Potter. But I have my second question, which don't really benefit from telling you, but I'll tell you because I came up with it. When I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? Thinking that I am like the Moonchild or the other one. There's two, the Klutz type role. That's my thought. The Prophet, I have to predict. And then if I get a hot on that, then I'll probably ask if I want to name a good player, a good aligned player. So thoughts on players. Only person I'd really, well, I think that Anton is evil. So that's what I'll put. That's interesting. That is interesting. And I don't know about Chris. Yeah, I don't really know anything. Not really any reason for me to be talking at all. I'm going to ask my question first tomorrow, though.
Okay, so you guys wake up and you hear some blood-curdling screams, and they're just evil screams. And you wake up and you see
Five of us have died.
You see some ice cream that has been
Oh,
and the dead body of Matthew in his ice cream shop.
Well, good news, Matt. You get a question today, and another one out before the game's over.
Okay, so I will open up all the rooms. I will go to mine. Please come to mine in a timely fashion.
Candace, can we talk
I
again?
don't think it even matters. My
Your room?
questions are.
Oh, yeah. I will join wait room because you're here.
Hi. One at a time, someone go to the waiting room. Okay. So
My question is, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed?
cold.
Thank you.
Bingo.
Did you get a bingo, Sam?
If I don't ask that, do I get a bingo?
Yeah.
Anybody know how to block Avada Kedavra?
Andreas figured out that we have a demon.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
There we go. I'll ask Jason, is there a demon in the game?
That blocks the mentors.
So the problem with the waiting room is that the people in the waiting room aren't going to go visit Jason.
Right.
Why
Well,
not?
there's a lot of problems, but
Only go.
that, I feel like that's the only way.
I'd be just naughty and jump.
Well, they should be watching.
They should be. They should have their break room thing open or something.
They did. Well, somebody went to them. I don't know who. I think it was somebody was here.
Did you get a ping today? A bingo today?
I got a pingo.
Pingo.
Hey, Yahoo, would you like to chat?
Sure. Anything could be. Nothing could be worse than talking to Chris.
Listen, I tried to help you,
Yeah.
but you didn't come clean.
My room?
Sure. I have a complaint to make.
Okay.
Well, some like acid spilled on me as I was coming into your leaky cauldron. I think I may have a third degree chemical burn.
Did you have anything happen last night, I guess?
Things don't happen to me at night. Did you pick me?
No, I didn't pick you.
But you have reason to believe something would have happened to me?
I'm trying to figure that out, yes.
I have not yet been visited at night beyond being given my nickname.
Holy
Wow.
cow! Why are break rooms closing?
I don't know. Well, everybody has the option to. Somebody may have clicked that accidentally.
That's beautiful. That'll learn, Jason. Don't give us all the powers.
Yeah, I know.
I thought about doing it too, but yeah. Yeah, so I am just told 2 names, and one of them that I got last night was you. So I was just wondering if.
Oh, you're told 2 names. That's interesting.
Yes, I was wondering if that
Were
was.
you told on night 0?
Yes. Yep.
I would assume that since you're telling me that you're good, because you wouldn't be sharing if you had an evil ability. I would be imagining.
Right, and if you're evil and you kill me, well, F me.
I would like to
I don't
continue
know.
talking after this 7 seconds. Let's come back
Okay.
and continue talking.
All right, all right.
Apple.
Close the
Well,
breakout
if
room.
Muting Chris while I still have the power.
So everyone knows
You
what's going on.
son of a.
Someone accidentally closed the breakout room, so I'm taking away everyone's co-hosting so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
Oh,
But if you want to mute, someone, do it quickly.
It's already gone.
He already took mine away. I can't.
I muted
It's all
Manny.
gone.
Okay,
Thanks for the idea.
Did I get everyone?
Did Lynn get lost in
Apparently not, Steven.
Oh, Lynn's there.
Lynn's
Oh, okay.
Her camera's
No, I
off.
She's
lost
just
it.
off.
I can only mute myself now.
okay. So okay, now no one's a co-host. You guys can't close
Well,
the rooms
Lynn
again.
is a co-host.
Lynn is not a co-host. I just took it away.
Oh, okay.
There are no co-hosts. I'm reopening the rooms. You guys can come back and meet me in my room. Whoever was next on the list.
Guami, I'm heading back to your
Alrighty.
place.
Okay, Lynn.
I think
you're gonna
Anton
come
was
back.
next.
Me too.
I'm going to
let's
be
go
watching
back
for
to
that
them.
leaky acid.
Candace, can I talk?
So,
So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. My
yes.
first question was, or are they at the same alignment? And I got a cold.
Okay. Well, here's my thought, which is that if you were evil, you would not be telling me the particulars of your ability. So I'm going to trust you because I have to work with somebody. So I'm gonna trust you, and I'm gonna tell you everything I know, which isn't a lot. So get ready.
Okay.
I'm an outsider. The first day I said, do I have an ability that activates when I die? And I got a hot. And then on day 2 I said, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? And I got a cold. And my code name is Prophet. And you're muted.
Oh.
Oh.
Why am I muted?
Well, I don't know.
Why was I
You're
muted?
just mouthing apparently and not saying words.
Oh.
But I'm gonna have to get a piece of paper because
I don't know shit about Harry Potter, so
yeah, nor do I. Which disappoints me because you basically look like a I don't know. You look like you could be from a movie like that.
right. Thanks. I think.
Well, I don't know anything about
I'll take that as a compliment, but I
yeah,
don't know.
it is meant as a compliment. I mean, if you were, you would be like the cool character, not like the dumb, Dumbledore or whatever. Whatever's in that movie that's not good. What do you like Google searching to see what Harry Potter people
Oh wait,
look like?
I'm looking at Prophet with a PH, isn't it?
Prophet is what I wrote, but I don't know if I wrote it right.
Yeah, not Profit. So
To everyone, Michael, come back also. I don't think that has anything to do with me.
no. Interesting. Okay. I don't know, but I'm gonna go wait in line.
Okay, well I'm gonna write down what you said. What did you say your first question was?
If the 2 players were the same alignment, and I don't know, I might ask. I don't know if they were targeted, maybe, or if they woke up. Those are both good.
Yeah, chambermaid. Am I learning about characters that woke up, or am I learning about characters that were targeted? Either of those makes sense.
Yeah, I'll try one.
Cool. And yeah, what were the names you picked?
I didn't pick them. They were given to me.
Oh, you were just given 2 names. So what names you were given? My name and somebody else's on night 0.
Yeah, no, not night 0. I got 2 different people.
So are you going to tell me that, or you're not sharing that yet?
Okay, yeah. I got Adrian and Manny. Manny said he woke up twice. And then last night I got me and you. So that's.
Were you woken up? Yeah, you were woken up. So do you know if Manny was woken up?
He said he was woken up twice. I have not.
What about
to
Adrian? You haven't
yet.
talked to Adrian.
No, he was like tracking whispers or whatever.
The questions that I just proposed don't make sense because, like, for instance, the chambermaid pick 2 players and then you're told how many of them woke up. That doesn't make sense because you're just given the names. You're not actually given information about them.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well he's calling for people, so I don't know. I'll be thinking about things that make sense for you, and I'll be working with you. I'm an outsider, so my stuff's not as interesting, but I'll see you later.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks.
Adrian.
Yeah, let's talk.
Yep, let's go.
Mine or yours?
Yours is the top. We'll go there.
Okay.
So, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you been woken at night, aside from to get your nickname?
Yes.
What night? Night 0?
Yes.
Were you woken on night 2? Or night 1?
No. So I guess my deal is done. What about you?
Well, there was a reason for me to ask your question. I'm going to ask a couple more. I will give information as well.
Okay.
So,
I have a question for. Are you an outsider?
If I say yes, are you going to say then we should kill you?
No. I'm going to keep it a secret. But if you're an outsider, we have really good information.
Would you have a reason to believe I'm an outsider?
Yes.
I am an outsider.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to ask my question.
It's going to be very hard to write notes about this. Here's
it's not. Look here.
So here's the thing. I know it's going to be like that. I haven't gotten that far yet, but the reason I want to know is because somebody was told your name night 0, and the other person, so that person was given 2 names, and the other person woke up. So we're trying to figure out what the name. They're given 2 names, like this
okay.
name
So
and
I
this
woke
name.
up only on night 0. I got information, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to. Thanks. I'm going to.
So you said. Well, what's the information that pertains about the outsider? Since I've given you that.
I want to ask first my question, so the time won't run out.
That's fair.
And then I'll talk with you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Are you a townsfolk or an outsider?
Here's the cue.
Even your background is back.
What, Adrian? Also, I didn't miss the.
Well, so I had 2 options. I could have it forwards for my video viewers or forwards for you guys, and I chose the thing that's immortal.
Makes sense. You should always choose what's immortal.
I could also
and not temporary. Always.
I could have also had it so that it was forward for both, but then I would have been pointing wonky, which drives me nuts too.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm pointing wonky.
So, Candice, I think you're next.
All right, you ready? Is that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
sort of top 4 ability, and I don't get like ever night info, so it's gonna be difficult to figure out.
Kwame, you want to talk again?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in your room.
I wonder
Okay.
if ability somehow.
So, Adrian woke up on night 0, and he did not wake up yesterday.
Adrian woke up night 0, did not wake up yesterday.
And I tried to
well,
clarify if he woke up beyond just to be given his nickname. However, I'm not positive that about that. I think that what he meant was that he was woken up for an ability. He didn't say what the ability was, and then he also indicated, well, he indicated that it was very good information to know that I was an outsider, and I told him. However, I don't want to share with everybody, so I'm probably done talking to people about that.
Yeah. So I asked if the players were targeted at night, and then I got a warm.
So your first question got a cold?
Right. So it's not about alignment. It seems to be more about players targeted at night.
So can you say exactly what you asked?
Yeah, were the players, I was told, targeted at night? Or do I learn?
Were the players I was told about targeted tonight?
Yeah, I got a warm. And I found out that I was targeted last night. So somebody told me that they chose me. So I'm wondering if I get one. Oh, yeah, that might be it. Maybe I get one player that gets targeted and one that doesn't.
Yeah, well, that was what I was thinking too. Even about the alignment, because it could also be like 2 players, one of one alignment and one of the other alignment. But since you got a cold about that, it probably has nothing to do with that.
Right. Yeah. I'll bet you it's maybe one player was targeted and one was not.
Yeah, that would be a good question.
All right.
I like
I'll go with that.
Pertaining. Like, does it pertain to being picked or pertain to being targeted? Because that way you don't have to be precise about it. And once you get a hot, then you can focus in on that. Because, like, I feel like you got a warm, which is not particularly useful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I think I'm going to go try to talk
tomorrow,
to
hopefully.
Adrian again. I don't know. I don't really know what else to do because all he got's my dumb question.
Right.
So tell me what to ask.
I know I don't know.
Okay.
Your ability goes off when you die. You're a prophet. A prophet. A prophet. Oh my god.
Well, that might just be Harry Potter themed.
Would it be like the Clutch? I don't know.
Well, that was why I said, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? Because like the Klutz, that's the Klutz doesn't harm the player. The Klutz harms the game.
Right.
I tried to word it in such a way that it was vague enough that I would get useful information. However, if it did have to do with Klutz ability, I failed. I guess I could ask, is it possible that when I die, the game will end? That would be useful. That would be useful to know.
That seems like it'd be a little too much.
Too much?
Maybe,
too vague?
Maybe.
Well, no, it would be very useful to know if my ability could end the game.
Can't believe you guys killed the ice cream shop person. I mean, nobody wants ice cream. It's not like.
I know you guys.
I think mine's more likely, Michael, but maybe it isn't.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome back.
I don't know. I
everybody.
might. Yeah. The next question I ask will be along those lines.
Welcome back, everybody.
I'll use your one. I'll use your one.
Cool. Everyone's back, so you have some time to discuss. You guys could do what you want, and nominations are open whenever you want as well.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Any love plan?
I second that.
No. Not at all.
What,
Did you say
wanna
you
go to
don't know,
bed?
or you don't want to go to bed?
She was talking to Candace. It wasn't about going to bed.
Oh, okay.
I think going to bed is a mistake. I think we should kill.
I agree.
Oh, that is true. We do have a clock because we did lose Matthew.
That's
Yeah,
true.
But we need to find out who's poisoning folks. So
Let's kill
I think
Steve.
there's someone poisoning folks.
I mean, does anyone not like ice cream here? We should kill them. I think that's.
I love it. I had ice cream tonight.
Yeah, I had some ice cream earlier.
Okay, so those Chris and Andreas are good.
It was like 10 degrees out, and I'm having ice cream. Let me tell you.
Well, you're from Wisconsin. That's nothing. 10 degrees is nothing to you.
I know. I was out there in my shorts.
I keep getting asked if I'm an outsider. Has anyone heard of the definitive outsider claim?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have not heard anything.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard of any, but I've heard.
I actually received information that relates to no specific outsider, but just references an outsider. But I
like ice cream.
had some
too.
ideas. we won't kill Jason then.
I nominate Anton.
Okay. Steven nominates Anton.
So, I asked, I think we should go to bed. People didn't agree with that. The only suspicion I have is Anton. It's not a super thick suspicion, but it's all I have at this point. So I nominated him. And I won't explain what it is, but that's the only thing I have. So you can either vote if you want to kill or not vote.
So what's the case?
The case is not very conclusive. I think you're evil. I'm going to vote to kill you because
it's based on something, or you're just saying.
Yeah,
that,
I specifically said that I'm not going to explain the case.
Okay. So I'm not gonna vote for this.
Well, of course you're not. I'm voting for you.
Okay.
And I suggest others not to vote for this because that's not very solid case, I would say.
Makes sense. He's saying he's a logical person.
And that's your defense, Anton? Okay.
Yes, that's my defense.
Does anyone have any pertinent info?
And I like ice cream. I would never kill Matt.
That was important to know.
So starting the
That wasn't
countdown-
convincing. That wasn't convincing either.
Starting the countdown in.
Oh, should we? I guess
Yes.
if you want to
I don't
kill.
think it's Anton.
I have a question for Steven nominating me because yesterday I nominated him when he was a pit hacker.
Oh yeah, we should have killed him. That's a good point. Can I put my hand up?
No, that's not why. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Anton has 6 votes. Anton is on the chopping block.
Seems to have been a solid case from Steven there.
Any other nominations?
I didn't quite see it, but
I think we should nominate somebody else.
I nominate Manny.
Anton.
it sounded menacing.
Manny. Reason?
Well, first night I got the info, 2 names, Matt and Manny, and I'm not super sure what my build is, but since Matt is dead, I'm a little bit suspicious about Manny, and I'm not sure why 6 people voted for me, but at least I gave you some info based on what you can decide rather than killing randomly. So yeah, I hope that's a better kill.
Manny, defense?
So based on what you've told me, Anton, and what you just said right now, I think you are much better kill because it seems like you're not going to get any more information the rest of the game.
Of course I will not if I die.
Right.
Hey, Anton, what did you get the second night?
I didn't get anything the second night.
You only got 1 night with 2 names.
Yes, but I still would like to figure out what my ability is, and I have not much chances to do this.
You still
Well,
can.
You still can. You'll have 2 more guesses.
I know, technically I do, but I would say that it's not much opportunity.
Okay, so
well, and basically I provided you my reason, and I was voted for nothing, so yeah,
Okay,
I don't see how it's a better kill.
So I'm gonna start this vote. I think we've heard the case and the defense, and here we go.
Yeah, it always sucks dying in these Amnesiac games.
The problem is we can't really just wait until we know what's going on, because that might not happen
The
until we're all
problem
dead.
here is you didn't even
Yeah.
make the case and people voted for me.
Well, I'm sorry, Anton,
without
but I
sharing
do
anything at
firmly
all.
believe that you're better off killing than not killing, and you're literally the only person I have a suspicion on, even though I know it's not a lot. And I'm sorry.
My point is you didn't make a case. You just say that I'm
That's
suspicious.
correct. That is correct.
Yeah, and I'm not comfortable with this.
Okay, so Anton is still on the chopping block. Do I hear any other nominations or do I close the day?
But we're not killing a bad guy. I can tell you that. I'm 100% positive Anton's good.
Can you verify something, or can you?
Yeah,
No, it's
explain
just-
how.
Okay, here's the thing. Anton wouldn't have killed me. He was the only. I told him my question and what I got a hot on. Right? I think I was killed because I got a hot. I got a hot saying a passive ability. Why would the demon kill somebody with a passive ability first night? You're trying to kill an information roll. So he wouldn't have killed. Anton's definitely not the demon.
Unless the demon can't win if you're still alive.
Well, if it's
Yeah,
just
but he wouldn't know
I'm
that
gonna
though.
do a countdown.
He would be trying to kill information rolls, people getting names. And stuff.
We should kill somebody else.
It's definitely not Anton. I mean, he might be bad, but he's definitely not the
Nominations are
he's
closed.
not the demon. So
And Anton has been killed, and I'm gonna open up the breakout room in a second here as soon as I reassign everyone. So just give me a second here to reassign, and then we'll open up the breakout rooms. Manny, change your name, leave your name in it too, so I don't get confused.
Yeah, sorry.
I say not Harry Potter, but without the word Manny first. I need a Manny in order to make this work. Okay, and now here we go. Breakout rooms. Oh, and by the way, the game is not over. You guys do go to bed.
Well, I have now killed my suspicion. The game has not ended. We continue. Anton, I am sorry. When you watch the video, you will know why I suspected you. And you are right, it is not fair. And I did not say why. Like I said, I didn't really have a strong case. But people wanted to kill. Actually, the first thing I said was, let's go to bed. So, it's not 100% my fault. I would also say that you get 2 more questions. So I've had a total of 4 questions, and I think it's likely that you only had starting information. So I will go to him. And, well, I don't know that I want to help him, because if he's evil, I don't want to help him. I have no idea.
Welcome back, everybody. So, in the middle of the night, you guys hear some screams, lots of them, and something starts bubbling up. It's oozing and bubbling, and it comes out of this giant cauldron, and you see the dead body of Chris coming out of a cauldron in his shop.
Manny, you look awfully happy over my death.
And on that,
I'm always happy when you're dead, Chris.
I'm going to open all the breakout rooms, and I'm going to go to my room. Remember, everyone come to me, and Matthew, you still have one more question. Chris, you get a question today, and you will get one more whenever you want it.
Candace, can we talk again?
By the way, I figured out my ability. Whoever voted for me will die every other day.
Sam can come too. Sam can come too.
Okay.
Let me know what room.
You want to come to mine?
Didn't you get a bingo?
No. No, I got a hot, and then I got a cold.
How is that possible? Can someone explain me, please? I mean, really, I don't get it. Like, You just say I'm suspicious of, and 6 people voted. It doesn't make any sense for me.
Well, here's the thing. You're better off making a random kill than not killing because
I'm totally fine doing random kill, but I'm just saying that I provided some info, and based on this info, we can at least like kill somebody else. I mean, it's not a random kill.
It is nothing personal. I hope that you.
I'm not saying it's personal. I'm saying that rather than doing a random kill, we could kill somebody based on some info.
He's empty.
That's all I'm saying. Go. Yeah, okay.
Hi.
You ready?
Yep.
Is it possible that my ability can end the game?
Cold.
Thank you.
Or maybe Steven is evil.
Adrian, let's go talk.
Okay. Byron?
Sure. I did a dumb thing.
What did you do?
Well, I turned my hand into. It's unimportant. It's Zoom related, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, I have it the same way.
You have a hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I hate it.
Oh, like your cursor's a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. When only on video. Oh, I think because you can move it.
Yeah, but I want it. I don't want that.
Me neither.
Okay. No. Anyway, I'm going to your room.
Tomorrow.
So I actually have somebody else I want to talk to. However, you are like one of the people that's higher up on the list of people I've talked to. So since they're not available, I'm talking to you. So you seem to care about outsiders. Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, you do know. You actually do know.
I know. Yeah, I know, but I don't think you're an outsider. I think you're evil. I don't know why.
Well, you'd be wrong.
I'm trying to see if I can put my faith on.
So let me just do this. So since I've told you I'm an outsider, which I should not share my information with everybody, but I already have told you that I'm an outsider, and I do plan to tell Sam also because I got the impression that he cares about a particular outsider. Since I've gone as far as giving you the fact that I'm an outsider, I'll just share you my questions. And if you think that I'm faking questions, that's fine. But the first day I said, do I have an ability that activates when I die? Because a lot of outsiders do. And I got a hot. So then I said, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? And then I got a cold. I don't know what my ability is, but I was thinking Moonchild or Klutz. And then I was thinking Saint. So I said, is it possible that my ability can end the game? And I got a cold. So that's my questions, and those are my answers. So I don't know if that'll help you to believe that I'm an outsider, but those are definitely outsider questions.
Okay, so my first question was, do I learn if one of 4 players is evil? And I got a lukewarm. So I have a list of 4 people. And
hold on, I have much slower. Do I learn
no,
if
you don't have to write. I will just tell you the last question. I asked if one of the 4 people that I got is an outsider, minion, demon, and if one is a townsfolk, so one of each. And I got a hot.
For the record, I know that I don't need to write things down, but I do like to write things down. So do you just want to tell me the one that you got the hot to?
Yeah, so I have 4 people.
Yes. Were you given them on each night, or were you just given all 4 each night?
Only the first night.
You were given 4 names on the first night.
Yeah. So it's something similar to one of them is an outsider, one a minion, one a demon, and one a townsfolk. So something like the.
Can you tell me the question that you asked that got the hot?
This one. So I asked if one of them is an outsider, one a minion, one demon, or one townsfolk. Between the 4 of them. And one of you, one of the 4 is you, so I guess you're the outsider. Another one is Matthew. So I'm hopeful that he's a townsfolk. I don't know if it's good to share this information, but whatever. And the other two are Candice and Michael. So it's you, Matthew, Candice, and Michael. So my best guess is that either Candice or Michael are evil. At least one of them.
So, you got very hot, you said.
Hot.
Hot.
So it's there's no very hot, I think.
Well, he said you would get, and then he listed, but then he also, if the next bullet point is that you might get things like very hot, which kind of contradicted the first point of that these are the 4 things you're told.
I'm thinking of asking if one of them is a demon.
That would be good.
If I get a cold, then yeah, I think I'll ask this one.
Well,
please
I
don't
will
share
say
this information.
that I'm an outsider, and I'm not as concerned about dying as I was at first, based on my last 2 questions, which were, can somebody be harmed, and could the game possibly end? And so, if there is a consequence to me dying, I don't feel as bad about it.
I think I should try to bluff that I'm something else, so I get targeted by the demon.
Because you
I'm
want to die,
useless.
because you're useless.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, because it sounds like you got information once, and well, you could ask, am I a day 1 information roll? That would be useful to know. Because if you only get information day 1, like, here's the thing, it's possible that you should be going and asking something like the artist or the philosopher. So if you asked, do I only get information on night 0, and you get a hot?
But I got information on night 0, and that's it.
Well, that's my point. But what my point is that if you ask that question and you get a hot, then you would know there's nothing else about your ability. Like, for instance, if you were the artist, you need to go ask a question, but you're not doing that because you don't know to do that.
Okay, I'll go and ask.
Okay, and I'll talk to you after.
Bye-bye.
You're going to ask that question?
I think I'm going to ask if one of them is a demon. I think this one is better. Okay.
That's fine too. I think one of them is, but that would be good to know.
I want to be sure.
Yep, that's fine.
So, Candice or Michael?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And interprets what would be passive.
Oh, right.
That could be, yeah.
On to the waiting room here.
Candice, have you asked your question?
No, I'm on my way to the waiting room.
That's fine.
Don't be trying to get her information, evildoer.
I'm not.
I'm questioning that now.
Well, that's a mistake.
I actually have information now.
Do you want to talk?
Sure.
I'm going to my room.
We'll go to my room.
Okay. That's fine. I don't really care where we go.
Mine's near the top. I don't trust him. I'm not going to tell him anything. As he's sitting here still listening. You didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did. I will tell you that I have somebody else that I want to talk, and I'm watching them, and when they leave, I'm going to talk to them.
Of course you are. I'm guessing you're an outsider.
Well, you're guessing that, but I shouldn't share with everybody, so I'm not telling you. But I did tell you my nickname, so why don't you tell me yours?
Is it really Prophet?
Yeah.
Then I'm guessing you're an outsider.
Why?
Because that makes the most sense with a prophet. Have you ever watched Harry Potter?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I know absolutely nothing about this theme.
Daily Prophet is just a newspaper, which makes me think that you're not a person or a good character role. I think you're just an outsider.
Okay. Can you tell me your name?
Oh, what the hell? You're not going to figure it out. Slughorn.
Slughorn?
Yep.
And that's all you're going to tell me? Which is fine, because I'm not telling you anything else.
Well, I don't have any superpowered information or anything yet.
Well, I don't know.
I just need to find the outsiders and talk to them, because I have to talk to them.
Why?
So if you're not, I don't need to talk to you.
Why do you want to talk to outsiders?
Because I have information with outsiders.
What does that mean?
means I got information. I want to talk to the outsiders, but you're not an outsider, so I don't want to talk to you about it. So there's that. I think the outsiders need to know my information, and I need to talk to them. So,
Well, tell me your information.
no, you're not an outsider. I'm not. No, I'm going to find them. I already know where one is. No,
I'm going to write
talk
your
to
name
them.
on a paper, and then I'm going to write all your information.
No, I'm going to give it to them when I see them.
No,
and I got to go talk to one. Hopefully here soon.
Do you know any others?
I've heard of one. I want to confirm it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I want to make sure that they are a outsider before I talk to them. So there you go. Have you gotten bingo yet?
No. I got a hot, and then I got 2 colds.
Okay.
What'd you get?
A warm, a lukewarm, and hot.
That's a
I'm
better
figuring.
progression than I had.
Yeah, I think so. But now I'm dead. I only got one more question, so I got to think
you're
about
dead.
it very carefully. Oh, yeah, I should probably put that in my name. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yes,
you
know.
killed me last night.
I did not.
So that's okay. I should let you go. I need to talk to outsiders.
Well,
on a serious
I
level.
also need to talk to outsiders.
Okay. Well, if you find any, you let me know after you talk to them.
Oh, you died at night, so I can tell you I'm an outsider. Dude, you told
Really?
me I was an outsider, and then you Dumbledore didn't go with it. You acted like you knew, and then you didn't, which is so stupid.
Wait a minute. For one, you knew about Dumbledore, and I didn't even say anything, so you knew about Harry Potter a little bit. At
Well,
least.
I
So
don't even
you're
know if
already
it.
a
Dude,
liar.
I don't know. No, I know nothing about Harry Potter.
And 2, I told you you're an outsider because I knew that the prophet would be an outsider role.
Yeah, but then you said I can't tell you because I need to talk to outsiders, which is a little
Well, yeah.
inconsistent.
But I needed to talk to outsiders, and you wouldn't admit to it, so I didn't want to tell you any information.
Now that I've told you I'm an outsider, what's going to happen?
I know good people that you're near.
How many? What do you know?
That is my information. Your neighbors are good.
Both of them?
Yep.
How do you know that? Can you please explain to me what you know?
That's my information I got.
You
that's
just were
my
told
role.
that both of the outsiders. What were you told exactly?
The outsiders are sitting next to Townsfolk.
All of them?
All of them.
How many outsiders are there?
I was not told how many there was. I was
Dude.
told the outsiders are sitting next to Townsfolk.
Okay, that is not a nearly specifically enough worded statement.
I believe he said both sides.
Yeah, but the problem. So what if there are 3 outsiders? That's like not even mathematically possible.
Then there's not 3 outsiders.
Well, I'm just saying that's pretty crappy.
I'm giving you all the information I have. The outsiders are sitting next to Townsfolk.
Okay.
And he made it, and I forget his exact wording at this point, but he made it very clear that it was both sides.
I wrote down your information. I don't put a lot of faith in it, but that's fine.
What is your information?
Well, I have other things that I want to do. But basically, I'm an outsider, dude, which means I'm a piece of garbage, and I have gotten 2 colds on my last 2 days. So
What have you done? Have you gotten any talk? Have you talked to Jason at all other than your questions?
No.
He doesn't even come to see you?
he came to see me on day 1 to tell me my nickname, and that was it. And then he said I'll be coming back around, and then he didn't.
You have to have some kind of news. You're the daily prophet. So you should have your role should have some kind of news information, even though it might be something.
Well, the
crappy
first
or
day,
faulty.
the question I asked was, do I have an ability that activates when I die? And I got a hot. I'm an outsider, which is not a useful role. So then I said, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? And then I got a cold. And then I said, is it possible that my ability can end the game? And I got a cold.
Did you already talk to him today?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me think about it because I know you want to talk to other people, and then we should talk tomorrow.
Well, I still don't know that I trust you because your information seems... So what was your visit order? Did you get visited on day 1 and told that and that's all you've been told?
I got visited night 1, which is not night 0, because I always had night 0. It was night 1. He came to me and he said the outsiders have townsfolk neighbors.
He said plural.
Yes.
Well, so here's the thing. The problem
He made the whole thing. So I can't exactly say the whole thing word for word at this point because it was like 2 nights ago.
But listen,
he made it very clear it was both neighbors.
The reason that's a problem. Well, the way that I'm hearing it, it's not quite clear because literally it says you say the outsiders indicates more than one are sitting next to townsfolk, which to me means that there are multiple townsfolk sitting next to multiple outsiders. It doesn't mean that both of them are townsfolk at all to me.
I know. I should have written it all down word for word, but I didn't. He made it when I talked to him. I remember it very clearly in my head. I said, "Okay, the outsiders have 2 neighbors that are good, each, like wherever they are."
Well, if there's 3 of them, that seems very unlikely. If there's 1,
yeah, I don't think there's 3.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You could be the only one.
Well, I've heard other people saying that they had it confirmed, so I know I feel like it's very likely it's at least 2, but I don't even know that. I'm gonna leave.
Depending on how far away you guys are sitting, maybe you guys have a mutual neighbor.
That is possible. All right, I'm gonna.
I don't know. So, okay.
People are being shared and all this other kind of stuff too.
So Lynn has to start reading Harry Potter.
Yeah, everybody needs to get the Cliff Notes out real quick.
Yeah.
All right,
Lynn, I've watched a lot of Harry Potter. You want some help?
or Adrian, would you like to talk?
Lynn, you want to talk?
Sure, I guess.
After first, Adrian, Andreas, get out of my way.
To your room since you're the first to respond.
My room?
All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you do not know about Harry Potter, right?
No.
Okay, so I was told, well, my nickname's Prophet, in case I didn't say that. And
Right.
I was told that apparently the newspaper in Harry Potter is called the Daily Prophet, which left them to believe that I am an information role. However, I'm an outsider. Well, they also said it was a useless newspaper. They thought I was an outsider, which is correct. However, well, that's the thing. So they were like, your role has to have something to do with information, but I don't really know how an outsider could have to do with information. But anyway, do you have any further developments?
Yeah, I figured it out. It was that I learned 2 players, one of them was targeted and one wasn't.
Okay.
I don't know how to use that information, but hey.
Can you tell me the names that you got last night?
Candace and Andreas.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Can you think of anything for me?
Well, oh shoot, I just thought of something. What was it? Do you cause people to be poisoned while you're alive? Like,
well, I would think that it would be when I die, not when I'm alive. It could have to do with information. It could be that when I die, somebody's poisoned for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah. Maybe. Did you ask about that? Was it?
Well, I said when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? I could say, is a player poisoned when I die?
Yeah, because.
Yep.
Work schedule is like weird. I go like start at 2:30, 12, 2:30, 11. Like it's kind of different start times. And
I'm so lost now, Candace. You confused me.
Everyone make sure to come to the room. But discussion time and then nominations. So everyone has time to discuss.
Okay. I want to run with something.
Run with it.
Given that this is Jason's Amnesia game, I'm beginning to think that the theme is embedded in how we need to actually win. If people taking note of the information that they've been given, I would like to bring up the word Horcrux. If you recall in Harry Potter, or don't recall if you are not very familiar,
I know.
These are very powerful objects, and actually 2 individuals. There was Voldemort and Harry Potter. They were both Horcruxes. Sure, that's Latin, so UX, so it should be I. Anyway, so it feels weird saying Horcruxes. That's not right. maybe it's yes. Anyway, there seems to be something going on, possibly to where maybe it's not so much a demon, or maybe the minions are Horcruxes, or
I had
we
that
have
thought too.
kill the Horcruxes.
Based on Harry Potter, they needed to destroy the Horcruxes before Lord Voldemort, the main villain, could be destroyed.
Harry
That is
Potter was a
correct.
Horcrux.
Yeah, it's
He
like
was
Horcruxes, isn't it?
Yeah, but so no, you just wanted to kill Wami. And look, I like that he's actually below you on the thing. So when you look down, that was funny. It made sense when you did it. So I'm trying to figure out how that all comes into play because it's coming up with multiple people.
Do you think that Horcrux might be like an outsider role or something?
No, I do not think that a Horcrux is an outsider role.
No, it's more like a minion role, right?
It's more like a minion role. Yes.
Like something maybe somebody registers as, or
Maybe registers as. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's something that could even be passed around. I don't know.
Possibly passed around, but I also am considering that the Horcruxes are not necessarily evil, but that they need to be healed in order for us to win.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Pick me and bring me back to life.
Adrian?
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have anyone that you'd like to nominate?
That's putting me on the spot.
Well, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. If you say no, then then you're off the spot again.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because you were tracking whispers, right?
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious.
No. I'm confused.
Actually, Adrian, I'll talk to you because I got some information for you.
For who?
Adrian.
Sam, I want to talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Are we going to kill someone or not?
Nominations today?
We should nominate. How do we know?
Well, I think we should probably double tap Anton.
I think we should know. We only double tap
Lord Baltimore.
I'm okay with it, by the way.
Posing as
Just
one of
for
the
the
Weasley siblings.
Well, you might not know that you're the Zombul demon.
Because I learned that my ability is I have 9 lives, so you have to
we need to double tap you 9 times.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
that how many Horcruxes there are?
It is odd that I died before Harry Potter died.
I don't know.
You want to know how many are in the game? In this game? Or in Harry
just
Potter?
ask you how many in the books are.
8.
8? I mean, we had like 8 snake charmers the other day. So
No, I think
ties
there were
back
5.
together.
we're past it.
I don't think we have that many. I've heard of how many we possibly have, but we don't have that many.
So there was a thought yesterday on maybe
Who is the most suspicious? Because I've got an idea for. I want to try to get info for myself. Who's the most suspicious?
I think Michael.
Check yourself.
Michael was about to leave. We should kick him anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's free him.
Okay.
We were talking about Manny yesterday. I don't know if that would be a good kill or not.
I think it's possible. I don't think he's necessarily evil, but because of
Right.
multiple people's information, he may be tagged as a Horcrux. That's all I'm
Okay.
gonna say.
Well,
It's not directly from me.
I
'cause
want to
don't get
nominate.
that all
I want to nominate someone so that I can see whether something happens to me.
Mm.
So I've got. So can I nominate Manny purely on? I want to see if something happens to me.
As
That's
a
my
result
case.
of your nomination.
Yeah.
Michael nominates Manny.
We don't necessarily have to kill him, but let's just if
No.
something happens.
Okay, Michael, do you
That's my case. My case is I want to see if something happens to me from nominating someone.
okay,
Kill him.
Manny, do you have a defense?
I think enough people know who I am at this point, or have an idea of who I am to
Do
know.
you know who you are?
Yeah, the demon.
By the way, I'm not going to vote up on this. I just want to see what happens.
I'm going
I'm
to
not
use my
either.
dead vote.
Yeah, me
Use
neither.
it up.
Pertinent information. I don't think Manny's evil. I don't at this point at all think he's evil.
Probably Harry
I
Potter.
don't know how this theme comes into play. I don't know.
So in that case, then we're gonna vote on Manny.
Yep.
Kill Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I'm gonna watch that this
Okay,
weekend
that's
now.
one vote.
Two.
That was two, Stephen and
Adrian.
Adrian. Okay, so
All right.
do I hear any other
Yep.
nominations?
I'm gonna nominate Candace.
Stephen nominates Candace. Okay.
I have information that might indicate that she's evil, or it might indicate that she's very good. You know, who really knows what anything means? But that's all I have. It was enough to get Anton killed. Let's see how this one goes.
Candace, a defense?
My defense is that there are enough people who are aware of my surroundings, as well as it has gone pretty much through the town, based on the house that I live in, that I'm actually good.
Pertinent information.
Yep.
Can I add it? Okay. Candace is pretty much confirmed good by a couple different sources, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so starting the countdown.
So Lynn and Candice are evil.
All right. Yeah. Are
That's what I'm
sources evil?
Well, that is literally why I voted for Manny, was because Candace was sticking up for him. And by theory, since I was planning on nominating Candace, that made Manny evil.
Okay. Well, already then.
Okay, Adrian and Stephen voted.
Adrian and Stephen again. That seems awfully weird.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I nominate Stephen.
Lynn,
me too.
Lynn nominates Stephen. Lynn, what's your reason?
I think he's very evil aligned in the way he's voting and every single day and nominating and throwing suspicion on random people that I know for a fact are confirmed good. That's all.
Okay, Stephen, do you have a defense?
Well, you can say that you know they're confirmed good. I don't actually know. The only thing I know is that I'm good. And day one, I did have, it was a social reason, or a meta reason, if you will, for killing Anton. Clearly, he wasn't the demon. That was what I thought he was. And Chris can confirm that that's true because that's what I told him. You can watch it in the video also. Not right now, though. And then the only information I have said that Candace was evil, and so when Candace voted for somebody else, I spoke up for them. I voted against them, and then I voted against her. And I don't have the information you have, so if she's not evil, I will also say, as far as confirmed people, I have a lot more confirmed good people than there's actually room for. So obviously, some of the information is not correct.
Confirmed good evil people, maybe. Yep.
Good evil people. That's fine.
So,
Harry Potter.
Do I have any other pertinent info, or are we going to take a vote on Stephen?
Stephen's
Take a
background's
vote.
red, which is the evil color.
Okay, taking a vote on Stephen in 3.
I got my hand up.
I will say that I know that the game will not end when I die, because that was my question today, and I got a cold.
Fantastic.
Really? Well, no point it is. He's not going to vote for himself.
I almost threw a dead vote in there just to get me.
Sam, I wanted to talk to you, and you're voting for me?
Yes, good call.
Hey, you still can.
Kill him.
After you kill me.
Just because I think you might be evil.
You
doesn't mean I
have
won't
got
talk to you.
4 votes. Do I hear any other nominations?
I nominate Michael.
Okay, Adrian
I have it on good authority that Michael is evil,
nominates Michael.
and I want to kill him.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Good.
Me neither, but still, I want to kill him.
Well, I am not voting on
Michael, do you have a defense?
Why?
Adrian and Stephen were the only two that kept voting on people. I haven't voted on anyone yet. So, well, in this round, I should say. I did vote Anton. That's it. That's my defense.
I do have pertinent info, if we're to that yet.
Yes, pertinent info.
The talk about voting. Day one, I literally said I would like to go to bed. Day two, I said the same thing, and people said we should kill. And that's the only reason that I changed my tactics to kill. So there's that. And I did mean what I said. But,
Okay, well, that's not pertinent
well,
to my
it,
so starting
that's
the
fine.
countdown.
I
So
think
is it
we should
convince
kill
you?
somebody. We should kill somebody. And that
Probably should
somebody
kill
should be
somebody. I just
Michael.
don't know who.
Michael.
What's the good authority you have that he's evil?
That's what he was missing in your accusation, Stephen. Was
My
good authority.
Yes, I have it. A good authority. Seriously?
You're the only one that's voted on every single person.
Okay, do I hear any other nominations?
I can't nominate, but I would say Adrian.
I don't like that.
I keep trying
Andreas.
to kill
I don't
everybody.
care.
What about the quiet people who have said?
If
very
we're not
little?
going to, let's just go to bed if we're not going to do anything.
Not, we're gonna go to bed.
Kill
So
somebody.
Andreas or Lynn?
Kill somebody on 9, guys. You should
Or
kill somebody.
Grommy. Andreas or Grommy, maybe. Neither they've said it. They neither have said anything.
Andreas
That's
has been
okay.
quiet.
Yeah,
And we're going
Andreas
to
feels
bed.
like a good nomination.
And
Oh,
we're going to bed. So we're going to bed. I'm opening up the breakout rooms.
well, guess I'll come up with a question. Hello.
Hi. You learn. The main 3 children are townsfolk.
Thank you for your bizarre information.
Okay.
Pertinent information. I don't know what the F that means.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It was a long night, and you guys wake. You see some fluttering. You see some birds scampering off because, unfortunately, Candace has been killed in the night.
Candace might be good.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm opening up my rooms, and I'm going to go to my room. I know Manny wanted to come first, so Manny comes.
Candace, can we talk?
Oh, Sam, can I talk to you?
Yeah, you come to mine.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Guami, do you want to talk?
I'm going to my room.
Andrea,
I want to talk to Lynn.
I heard through the wind, or should I say through the crap at this point, because I was very confused, that you were looking to talk to a particular outsider?
I am interested in outsiders, yes.
Well, I am an outsider, and I was also told that my neighbors are good by a player, so I don't know that that's true. However, I will say that I was visited last night and told a strange message, so maybe that's a thing that's happening. So, well, yeah, so I am an outsider. I am the prophet. I don't know if that's the one you wanted to talk to.
I didn't. Well. Oh, sorry, I was reading this. One thing I have is that I could trust a. Well, hold on, what was the wording?
Did you get a message at night? Because what I've noticed is that somebody is getting a message each night, and I was the one that got the message last night, which I'm wondering why that's happening.
I'm not getting a message like that. No.
Okay.
I've been told at some point that I can trust a player who's next to an outsider.
Well, the information that I was told here, I'll tell you. I was told that the outsiders are sitting next to townsfolk. I don't know if it's true or not. It was told from a player, but I was told that that information was relayed on night 1.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that all seems like it lines up.
Well, I feel like we're being told to go visit Jason, which is odd since there should be a bunch of people that need to talk to him. Maybe everybody decided not to talk first. All right, I'm going to go talk to him, and then I'd like to continue talking. I'll go talk to him and then maybe come back.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Cool.
Hello. You're really bogging the game down.
Okay. So, you have a question? Sorry.
Yes. Will someone become drunk as a result of my death?
Cold.
Wonderful.
And by the way, you get a second question.
Well, I'm not ready for a second question yet, but I'll be
You
back.
get a second question. So.
Yeah, I will come back, but I have to think
Okay.
about it. I can't just immediately have it.
Right.
Oh yeah, total minion. All right, I'm gonna shut this down and I'm gonna go off my phone because I really got to go.
You're leaving?
No, I'm gonna be on my phone.
Okay.
Driving.
All right, you need to come up with another question.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to leave you hanging.
No, it's
but,
okay. I actually
wanted
get a
to make-
second question, so I was trying to figure out what that was. I don't know why I get two questions,
Oh.
but I'm going to go ask my second question. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, no, you're fine. I'll go back.
Okay, I've thought of another question. It's not great, but I want to make economy with this magical second question. So, when I die, do I have to make a decision?
No. I mean, sorry.
Cold.
Cold.
Well, I'll assume that means yes, I do have to make a decision.
No, cold.
I know, I'm being silly because you said no and you shouldn't have. But it's whatever.
Cold is the same thing as no.
I know. I was just being funny. I like to be funny.
Okay.
I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to find the place.
Some of my info might be not correct.
All right, Sam. I'm ready if you want to go.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out my question too. I need to do that soon, but I'll.
Well, that's
but
fine. You can ask your question. I don't care.
I don't know what.
Okay, let's go. We can talk. So I got nothing. I asked two questions today. I've gotten 4 colds at this point, but I can, if you want to share with me, I can try to help you come up with a question. We had kind of established some level of trust.
Yeah, kind of. Well, do you know of any other outsiders?
Nope. I do know that there is another one because a couple people have talked about them that I did not talk to or talk to or anything.
What concerns me right now is that there should be 1 or 3 outsiders, and I know of 2.
1, 2, or 3. The Sentinel says.
Oh no, you're right. There might be 1 extra one. Never mind. You're right. Okay, so that makes me feel a little better. You know what? At this point, I'll just go with it. So here's all my information. I get info every night.
Okay. Well,
maybe you're evil. Maybe you'll kill me for this. Whatever. I feel like we
starting on night 0.
Yeah. So 3 players are poisoned this turn. And I might go through this more later because I do need to go visit Jason too. Okay. But the next night, you can trust a player who is next to an outsider, which I took to mean somebody next to the other outsider that I know of. But obviously now that could be Michael.
Maybe.
Well,
my information was that the neighbors of outsiders are good, and that was secondhand. That was somebody told me that, and they also didn't remember exactly what was said, so it wasn't terribly.
I think somebody else told me that too, but I don't know. I don't know where that originates from. So next night there are 2 Horcruxes in play.
I feel like we should move to the question because you're going to miss your opportunity.
You're going to be. This last one's relevant for you too. At least 1 outsider is a Horcrux. And then beyond that, my only hot question I've got is, do I learn information that helps me or my team? And I got a hot for that. I don't know how to narrow that down any further. I don't feel like any of my other questions are really that relevant, so they were all cold.
Well, it would be helpful in trying to help you come up with a question, but I don't know that it's a good use of the time, because if you're going to miss your question, that's no good. So let me just think quickly if I can think of something to ask.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way to narrow it down. I was trying to figure out if it's a type of information. I've had 2 information now based on Horcruxes.
Well, one thing you could say is all the information I received true? However, I don't know how you... Well, so there is no such thing as poison. The poison only affects your questions. And for the record, if your question's poison, perhaps re-asking a question isn't the worst idea either.
That's true. I might just do that because he's waiting now.
Yep.
Let me just go ahead and jump in. And then...
All right, see ya.
You guys aren't getting feedback from my Bluetooth in the car?
No.
Not really.
Okay, good.
Looks like you have us in the bottom of your urinal.
Well,
How dare
I don't have a...
Sure, man.
I'll come to your
phone break.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris,
If
you want
it
to talk?
starts, if it starts to rain on us, I'm going to be weirded out. Sure.
Should I
Go to
just
my
play...
Sure, we can go to your room all the way down at the bottom of the list.
That's fine. I was actually heading to your room as you came to my room, so I'm glad that did not happen. So I have no idea. Like, literally everybody that I know is marked good and confirmed good. Like, Candace died last night, which means that she's good. She was sticking up for Manny and Lynn. Like, dude, everybody's good. So I'm so confused. Like, there's no room for any bad people.
Yeah, I don't know. This is so weird. Did you ask a question today?
I asked 2 questions today because I was told I get another question. So now I've asked 1 question, which I got a hot, and 4 that got colds. So the theory, because you said about like useless news or something, so I thought, well, maybe when I die, somebody becomes poisoned, like the sweetheart. So I said, will somebody become drunk as a result of my death? And I got a cold. And then my second question, because I didn't want to miss my second question, so I just figured asking anything is better than not asking something. Also, dead players who want... Yes, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
When I die... do I have to make a decision? And then I got a cold.
What was your hot?
My hot was, do I have an ability that activates when I die?
Oh, so you do. So you want to die. But when
no,
do
I'm
you
an
want to die
outsider,
is the
dude.
question.
Most outsider abilities are crap. So I was thinking that I had... That was what... So my first question was, do I have an ability that activates when I die? And then he got a hot. So I was like, okay. So I don't want to die because something bad will happen when I die. So I said, when I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? Cold. Is it possible that my ability can end the game? Cold. Because they're saying, when somebody becomes... Yep. And so I have no idea. And I also got information last night. I was visited, and I was told something similar to what you told me, which I need to...
Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? I don't think I ever got to use my role then. I think other people are getting similar information as me from... I think they're getting
so just let me tell you my information, because I haven't the foggiest idea what it means, and it is theme related. It says the main 3 children are townsfolk. And I literally wrote it down verbatim.
Oh, so that means Harry Potter, Granger, and Weasley are townsfolk.
So Guami's a townsfolk?
And so is Manny, and so is Anton. However, this information we're getting may be coming from a minion.
That is true.
That's what I'm starting to think too. Is like they're just giving information out, kind of like what's that one role that we had in one of those games where they like spread false information at night?
Well, anything could be happening. I would say I think that probably things are on the straightforward side, because it would seem odd to have an Amnesiacs game which is already super confusing and then have like stuff like trust issues or whatever. Like that would seem to be too much.
I would.
But I don't know. Anyway, I got a new subscriber. Let me say his name and see if you also got him. Warblefly.
81 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had him for a while.
Huh.
No, I just kidding. Had that one for so long. Come on now. Yeah, I think we probably have like almost the same exact people. Well, if that's the case, then Sam and Michael are good too, if my information was correct. And it's like Adrian, Andreas.
I'm actually going to put their thing into the grimoire because it's based on information, which may be from a demon.
True. But if that's the case, it only leaves Adrian and Andreas left.
Well,
because
I think
Lynn's
Adrian's good, but I think everyone's good. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, if Guami, Manny, and Anton were all good, and my outsiders thing is good, that only leaves Adrian
I want to
and
get Andreas out of here.
Well, that's fine with me.
Although I'm telling you, if I nominate him, it'll be another low information nomination.
I feel like they all are at this point.
Yes.
Except for Michael.
He is driving, so he might have.
Yeah, he got in the car.
Okay. So
I think he's not even in the call at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's dropped.
In that case, we'll leave Michael out for a second. And do I hear any nominations or discussions?
I will nominate Andreas.
Steven nominates Andreas. And your reason?
I have a growing list of people that have blue symbols, and I was given explicit information that confirmed 3 of them. I'm not saying that that information didn't come from an ability that was made by a minion. I haven't the foggiest idea, but Andreas, I have no information on, and since I have a lot of information that says a lot of other people are good, process of elimination.
Andreas, do you have a defense?
Yeah, I didn't say a lot because I don't get direct information. I talked about my role with a few people. So I think I'll leave that with that for now, but I'm good. And I'm Townsfolk.
Here comes Michael back.
Yeah.
I have pertinent information. Based on some other people's information, I can 100% confirm that Andreas is good.
Well, that's a problem, because then Lynn's the only person that I don't have definitely confirmed.
So, I was given extra information on the first night. I was told that I was told a clockmaker too. So I realized that you guys can't confirm myself. But there's a lot of good suggestion that Matthew is good, and there's a lot of people pointing that Matthew and I are good.
Well, I think you're good based on information.
Which would lead Andreas to not be good.
Steven,
So I think that's a bad kill. If you don't trust me, I'm a good kill at this point.
Okay, so we're starting the nomination on Andreas in and Michael, if you do want to vote, just yell out that you want to vote.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I don't want to vote on this because I didn't hear the first part.
I nominated Andreas, but I've decided not to vote for what it's worth.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to vote either.
Okay.
I was a butler.
We should.
Okay. Do we have any other nominations?
Steven, just tell me who you voted for and I'll do that.
We should have done that. Crap.
Adrian, do you have any solid suspicions because you like voting on literally everybody so far?
Not yet. I'm still writing.
It's really hard to come up with suspicions in this game.
Okay, do I hear any other nominations or are we going to bed?
We possibly should have done that.
I want to
Yeah, I was starting to. Yeah, I was regretting not
Sorry.
voting.
Any nominations?
Yeah, Andreas nominates Adrian.
Who?
Adrian.
Andreas nominates Adrian. And what's your reason?
For me, it's the voting. I find it a bit suspicious that he says he has no strong thoughts about anyone, but it's still like voting to kill everyone that we have put up so far. I've got no information about him. He is not one of those people who I think are confirmed good. And I agree with Stephen, the number is going slower. So I think we might have already one bad person. But from the people who are alive, I'm the most suspicious of Adrian.
Okay, Adrian, do you have a defense?
Yeah, so I'm the village idiot. That's why I was voting down. I'm just kidding. I don't care if you kill me, but I think it's just a waste. And that's it. I don't have any more information that I can gather, but I just think you're wasting a kill. My suspicion was Candice, but I guess she's dead, so she must be good. So the next one, I'll nominate Michael after this vote. So.
Okay, starting the countdown in.
I'm voting for Adrian.
Thank you.
We need to vote for Adrian.
You
I
can't
can't
see
use
the
my dead
enigmatic
vote.
smile on my face.
I was gonna put.
We need to vote. We need to
Well,
vote.
Michael
for
did
Adrian.
vote, so that's 3.
Michael did vote. Yeah.
We have 4 now.
And Jason, if you click on Michael's X, it'll change to
Yeah, I know how to
yeah.
do it.
Cool. So that way you can. Oh, good. We actually did it.
Adrian, if you wouldn't have said you were going to vote for him, he probably wouldn't have killed you.
Adrian has 5
Yeah,
votes.
I'm not that smart that way.
Adrian has 5 votes.
Better sling that minion under the bus.
Do we have any other nominations?
I nominate Michael.
Adrian nominates Michael, and can you give a reason?
I don't think that Michael is the demon, but I have a strong suspicion that he's a minion. These are my reasons.
Okay. Michael, do you have a defense?
Yeah, he had a strong suspicion that Candace was evil as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's my defense. I'm not a minion.
So we're going to start the countdown in 3.
Adrian, how do you feel about Michael? Do you have any strong suspicions on him?
I mean, I just said Michael.
I said Matthew.
Oh,
You said Michael.
Oh, Michael.
I meant to say Matthew.
You thought Matthew.
In your mind, you said.
In my
Happens to me all the
mind.
time,
Matthew is
Stephen. All the
dead.
time.
Well, it doesn't
Any other
matter. Just asking a
nominations?
question.
Do we have any other nominations?
I think Michael would have been a better kill than Adrian, but that's just me.
Any other nominations, or are we going to close tonight?
I mean, they both. He also said that he doesn't get any more information.
Yeah, I think we're just killing a top 4-ish type role in the village.
And I think that's a bad strategy to kill the top 4. In every game, everybody mentioned that we must kill the top 4. That's a stupid way to think.
Do we have other nominations or not?
I mean, yeah, you want to kill the demon, but yeah.
Well, we're better off killing than
We
not
tried to-
killing, though.
We should have killed you.
No,
Like Ray.
No, but the thing
yeah,
is,
we're better off. Yeah, you're right. But I
thing
think
is,
we should kill
Adrian,
at least
none
at
of us-
random somebody else.
None of us-
Tonight.
well, I can't nominate because I already did. So somebody that can nominate should if they want to.
And the night is closed, and Adrian has died, and everyone is
We do it.
going
Yeah, do it, my.
to bed. As soon as I
If we won, that would have been very
Let's go to the rooms.
unsatisfying.
Just you got to pick your own rooms because I didn't reassign them.
Well, this is not as fascinating as I had thought it would be. I think the Amnesiac is a better ability in a game where there's information. That's just my thought. I'm going to come up with another question.
Michael and Lynn's cameras are off.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys awake to find out that a lot of things that you thought you needed to buy were broken. Most of your equipment has been malfunctioning. So you find the dead body of Sam.
Huh.
and I'm going to open the breakout rooms, and I'll be available for anyone who has questions for me.
Can I go? Can I go to Jason first?
Yep.
Because I'm driving.
Yep.
Hey, Manny, you want to talk?
Let's. I'm thinking who I want to talk to first. Yeah, let's talk.
Lynn, do you
Let's
want to
talk,
catch up?
Yahoo.
Yeah, Sam, let's talk.
Hey, Jason.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm in here. Hold on, I didn't come here. I think I hit the wrong button. I fled for my life. So I'm in Guame's room. I actually mean to be talking to Manny. Where the heck did he go? I'm so confused.
And about the Horcrux.
I don't know where Manny is.
But I don't quite understand what the purpose of them are.
And of course I join Manny just as he's leaving. Wonderful. Oh, there he is.
Sorry.
I was literally getting ready to leave. I don't know what happened, dude. I just ended up in Jason's room and people were talking and I'm like,
Yeah, I saw you go to Jason's room and then to Guami's room, and I'm like, maybe
well,
I should just wait.
I went to Guame's room because I was like, I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm ready for you. Well, I'm not ready for you. I don't have any idea what to ask. So the reason I wanted to talk to you was because I was told on night 3, for no explicable reason out of the blue, the first night that I was visited, the main 3 children are townsfolk. And I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but I was told that that means that you're good.
That's me, Anton, and Guami.
That was what I was told.
Do you know who picked you on the 3rd night?
I don't have any idea. For all I know, it was a demon's ability.
Do you have an idea of who you are?
No, I don't know anything. I just was told I'm the prophet, and I was told that I'm a useless newspaper, and I've asked a bunch of questions trying to figure out my outsider ability, and I got nothing.
Did you get an extra question yesterday?
I got an extra question yesterday, yes. Why? Did you make that happen?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any idea what to ask. I gotta come up with a question. So I would like to talk to you tomorrow.
You're not getting an extra question today, just so you know.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I was hoping you would have just gotten it, but I have no idea what you are.
I don't know what I am either.
So I'm trying to work around my clockmaker information, because for the same inexplicable reason, that's how I got clockmaker 2. So that leads me to believe that.
What day did you get that information on?
Night 1.
That's weird, because
but
somebody
nobody
else
is
got
coming out saying that they are picking me or picking anyone in general. And the fact that you got one on night 3 leads me against my belief that it was Chris. So I'm wondering now if that is a minion giving us false information.
Could be. Are you a townsfolk?
I'm a townsfolk.
Well, the information said that you were a townsfolk. So unless you're saying you're not a townsfolk, then at least that part of it's correct. Come up with an outsider question for me.
An outsider question? So I have heard that there are 3 people that could be poisoned at a time.
Okay, I'm just going to ask a very stupid question because I don't know what else to ask.
Maybe ask about poisoning or something like that.
Yep.
I don't know. You're an outsider for sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like my questions are getting less and less useful. But we're going to ask, is it harmful for the town when I die?
I'll give it a warm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
her information is.
It was.
Manny,
Well, it wasn't information. It was just reading.
Manny, I don't mind continuing our conversation, and for that matter, I don't care if Chris wants to join us. Although I don't know if you want him to join us. I don't have any idea anything.
I feel like we've. I don't know what else we have to talk about.
Okay, well, I left because I didn't have anything to talk about, or I wanted to ask my question, so I was preoccupied.
Yeah,
so if there's nothing else to talk about, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what else we're gonna get from each other at this point.
Well, I do like lists, and it sounds like you had a list, which I don't know that there's any value in your list. What?
Steven, do you want to talk?
Sure. Since Manny doesn't want to say anything.
Sounds terrible, honestly.
Come to my room.
Who he's suspicious of is got a bad list.
Why did you kill me, man?
Did I kill? I didn't kill you, did I?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
No, I don't know. I don't think I voted for you. I may have voted for you. Well, the thing is, it is good to kill. So here's the thing. It is good to kill. Obviously, you're going to say you're good. At this point, I have everybody marked as good, and I don't know that you're good. I know that you say you're good, and I thought you were good, and you'd be better off killing me than not killing somebody, probably, because there's the possibility that I fooled you. I haven't. Well, if you think I'm good, I haven't. However, we have to kill somebody. The only person that I really want to kill is Andreas, and that's because I don't know anything about him. But if I put him up, then like 4 people are going to say he's good, and then I'm going to be like, well, I don't know what to do.
I don't know if I told you that I asked if one of them is a demon.
Yes.
And I got a cold.
Okay.
Which is weird. So I guess neither of Matthew, Candice, Michael, or you are a demon. But the next night, I asked if there are 2 minions, 1 outsider and 1 townsfolk. And I got a worm towards lukewarm, which is weird.
So you said 2 minions?
1 outsider and 1 townsfolk. So my best guess is I have some information, something like 2 evil to good players. I don't think it's very specific.
Yeah, I don't know. That's super weird. And you have 1 question left? Or do you have you get a question today? No, you died yesterday. So you get 1 more question for the rest of the game.
Oh, and that's it?
Yeah, but you don't have to ask it today. You get like your dead question. Okay. So the rule is you get a question the day that you die. So if you died at night, you would get basically get 2 more questions. But since you died during the nominations, you'll get 1 more.
Okay, so I won't use it, I think. So if neither of the 4 players is a demon, so my best guess is somebody between Manny, Guami, Andreas, or Lynn. Maybe it's Lynn again evil.
Well, I don't know that it clears your people of being cold. It might be that the information has nothing to do with whether they're not a demon, and they are a demon. It's just that your information doesn't speak to that aspect.
Okay. Yeah, but he could have told me something like cold towards lukewarm.
Well, so my point is that if your ability has nothing to do with a demon, that it would be cold, even though it could be a demon. I don't have the answer, so I don't know.
I got it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. So I also have run out of questions to ask, because I can run down my questions and maybe you can tell me what to ask. I said, do I have an ability that activates when I die? Hot. When I die, am I asked to name a player who may be harmed? Cold. Is it possible that my ability can end the game? Cold. Will somebody become drunk as a result of my death? Cold. When I die, when I die, do I have to make a decision? Cold. And then today's question, is it harmful for the town when I die? And I got a warm, which no freaking idea.
I think that
he's asking
maybe
for
it's something like you're cursed.
So anyways, Jason's asking for you to come here. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Maybe if you die, you become evil. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Okay, I'm going to...
So there's 6 people. I was saying this to Chris before when we were the only 2 in the room. There's 6 people left. If we execute someone and then someone dies, that's 4. And then it's whether or not you choose to kill someone again.
Sam, you want to talk?
Or go to sleep and then it's a final 3.
Yeah, we can talk.
Sure.
I'll go to your room.
Sure. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Not really. Interestingly enough, I still got information last night, even though I died.
Yeah, well, I have yet to figure out why that happens. Also, people have been saying it might be evil information. You want to give it to... What was
Evil
that, night 4?
This was...
I believe it is. Because today's day 5, so if you were told this last night, it would be night 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be night 5.
Right.
It's day 5, night 5, whatever. My information was you do not need to destroy Horcruxes.
Well, I will say that seems silly because he was quite clear that the win condition remains unchanged. So, unless the Horcruxes
that is true.
are the demon, do you know that somebody said Clockmaker too?
Somebody said that publicly yesterday, didn't they? Manny?
Okay. I didn't know
Man.
that. I just wrote it down and just relaying it. Dude, I do not even know what to ask. Did you ask your final question?
Well, ask one more question. I should get another question after this if I want.
Did you die this morning?
Do what?
Did you die last night, this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you get one more question.
I asked a question that I didn't think I was going to get anywhere, and it didn't. I asked if the information I received is related to Horcruxes or players with Horcruxes, and got a cold or
So what
super
is
cold.
your form of information?
He just stops by and gives me...
Gives you
it
2
sounds
minutes.
like savant information, basically.
So do you want to give me... I have night 3. Do you want to give me night 4 and...
Night 4 was at least one outsider is a Horcrux.
I already had that written down as number 3.
Yeah, that was... well, you start at 0.
Yeah. Because I'm official and stuff. So night 5, night 4, whatever. The next one.
This last night was the last one. You do not need to destroy Horcruxes.
Oh. Well,
which I for some reason got when I died.
Well, you might act before the demon kills.
You wouldn't... Well, the general layout that he did in the rules indicate that's not the case. And then also, he pretty much visits me, it seems like, last at night. Because the breakout rooms close like almost immediately after. Sometimes immediately. So I'm having trouble sorting all this out. But I'm probably going to give all my information public today just because I don't see any more point.
Sure, well, I'm glad that I spoke to you early and got it down. And I still don't know anything. And I got all my questions written down.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll go back.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Well, shit, that was rude.
I know. Don't you love that?
Jesus, I
Okay.
know.
So here we are. So we are now in the final 6, I guess. So you guys could discuss.
Hey, I got a question for everybody. Did anybody pick me day 2? Just at night and just pick me? Because I got information that I don't believe I was supposed to get necessarily unless somebody picked me.
It was did he double back on you?
No, I just think that somebody picked me and I got information because of it.
I also got information on night
part of my
3,
role.
which felt out of the ordinary.
I wonder if that's what happened to me last night, only because I got information even though I died on the same night.
Yeah, and then I think that's what happened to Manny Knight. One he said earlier.
But I do want to make all my information public. If everybody's ready to hear it, I got information each and every night. So,
especially if it's numbers.
It's not not specifically numbers.
No, I mean for someone who get information, like different people get information randomly. If it's numbers, then maybe.
Oh yeah, just something that's randomly in play.
All right. Well, so my night one information. This is the very first night. 3 players are poisoned this turn. So 3 of us got wrong information during our questions to Jason. Night 2, you can trust a player who is next to an outsider, which I have 2 outsider claims. So there's that. Night 3, there are 2 Horcruxes in play. Night 4, there's at least one outsider is a Horcrux. And then night 5, which was last night, you do not need to destroy Horcruxes. I also got a hot and also a super hot with the question, do I learn information that helps me or my team? I asked that question twice.
Sam,
and the second time you got super hot?
You go before the demon kill.
Well, see, I was wondering about that. But usually information rolls go after, and it's explicitly stated so in the night order.
So, Sam, did you ask the same exact question? You got hot one day and super hot another day.
I think on the first one I added in each night.
And then you got super hot.
That time is when I got hot. And then when I didn't state each night, I got super hot. I don't know if that matters or not. It could also be just that he had a slightly different answer each time. I don't know. I'm not reading too much into it. But,
yeah, hot versus super hot's pretty close.
Yeah. I'm also not convinced if I got a bingo, it would be especially helpful at this point. But
a bingo won't be helpful for me at this point. I know generally what it is, but I'm not getting any information anymore.
That is my guessing. But anyway, that's my information. I don't know how that plays in with everything. So that's for everybody else to help figure out.
We get 2 more kills. Does it make sense to go to bed tonight and hopefully have a better shot at kills? No?
No.
I think we need to take 2 shots.
Doesn't.
Well, no, what I'm saying is we get 2 more. So if we go to bed now, we would kill on 5, and then we would kill on 3.
It is an
Whereas
even
if
number.
we kill now, we're going to get down to 4. So we get 2 either way.
I understand what you're saying.
I think it's better to give her votes wise to kill someone now if we have more good players.
That is true.
Yeah.
I still feel like Andreas is the best vote, but that's like with so little information, it's not even funny. But a lot of people seem to think.
Yeah.
I have heard information that Steven might be a good kill.
Of course you do.
Do I hear any
What
nominations?
is the information pointing towards Andreas?
Don't ignore him. You're gonna get in trouble.
I think there's good information we should kill Steven. I'm not saying he's necessarily evil, but I think he should be good today.
I'm an outsider, so you can kill me if you want, but it ain't going to help you to win the game.
So, I mean, people have been getting extra information. I came out with mine yesterday.
Yeah, I also got extra information.
Right, that there's a Clockmaker 2 in play.
No, that wasn't my information. My information
was mine.
Was that the main 3 children are townsfolk, which I don't know anything about the theme, but I was told that means Guami, Manny, and Anton.
Yeah.
So that's why you killed me.
Well, I was given that information after I killed you.
Yeah.
So I do trust you now.
That doesn't line up with this information that I got.
Well, that's unfortunate because my information validated you.
I mean, sorry, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the information that Manny had is closer to what I got. I got a Chef 0.
Chef 0.
Yeah, so nobody's sitting next to each other.
That's I think that was from somebody else's ability because I got woken up an extra time that night.
Yeah, me too. Right. When my extra information.
Somebody picking.
It's really helpful to know who's given that ability.
Well, to satisfy Jason, I will nominate.
Is it a minion pick? I wonder if
it could be minion.
Because nobody wants to come out.
I thought about that too, but
yeah.
Well, I got on the second. I got to choose 2 questions.
Yeah, well, I also got that. That's a different ability.
That came from somebody else.
Yeah, I got that as well once.
That was from somebody else. That's been figured out.
Well, they should do that for me.
You're dead, aren't you?
Yeah, but
do we hear any nominations?
I'll nominate Andreas.
Steven nominates Andreas.
And my reason is that I have very little information. I asked, should we not kill? Which I think we should not kill, because then we're still going to get 2 kills, even if they'd be higher quality kills. I have no idea what's going on. But, well, I think Candace is good. I think Manny's good. I think Kwami's good. So it has to be Michael or Andreas. And it's based off of almost no information, because even I don't know what my ability is. So I don't know how the heck you play a game like this.
Okay, Andreas, do you have a defense?
Yeah, so based off the information I got, Stephen is a much better kill than I am. I talked to a few people about what my ability might be. I got a bingo. People know what that means, at least some of them. So we definitely should kill Stephen if we want to win the game in the long run. That's what I'm about to say.
Would you like to share with us your bingo?
Not outright, because...
Can you paraphrase?
I said to a few people what my role might be. I think that's all I'm willing to say right now.
Okay. So do we have pertinent info?
Pertinent info in the form of a question. Has anybody received any information on Andreas and due to their ability? Aside from what I already know.
I've talked to Andreas twice, but I don't really believe a word he's saying.
He's came up with my information once. But my information doesn't say whether people are bad or not.
Right.
I mean, based on Manny's information,
can't use my dead vote, y'all. I
don't know whether there's anything that confirms, like, for example, Stephen.
We need at least 3 votes on this, 100%.
Yeah, I can't use my dead vote, guys. I need y'all.
Well, I think probably you should if we don't get a vote by the time it's to you, because I think we should kill someone.
Oh yeah, if it comes to me.
You are
seated. It'd only be if Kwami votes.
Kwami, are you going to vote?
You're not seated, Kwami.
I mean, if you're gonna vote me out, then I will come out with it, but then I probably will die during the night.
I think they're gonna kill you now.
So I got the bingo on. So I'm looking for Horcruxes, and I got the yes on Stephen.
So there's information that says you do not need to kill Horcruxes to win.
That's correct.
I think you might be have been poisoned with that information, because why would Horcruxes be in the game if you don't?
No, it came from elsewhere.
Jason literally said that information can't be poisoned, that only your question can be poisoned.
Right.
I thought Kwami's ability detected Horcruxes. What the hell's going on here?
Okay, so Kwami's in his seat now.
If you say information can't be poisoned, then I don't know how many's information can be wrong then that I'm good.
Well, I don't know. That's what Jason said. I don't know a lot, so I don't know.
You're getting kicked out
and
of my
I could obviously
seat.
have misunderstood it. Kwami, you said you were voting. Your hand's not up.
Kwami?
Yeah.
Are you going to vote?
I'm still pondering.
Yeah.
I don't think you should ponder very often.
Yeah, why don't you ponder after you've voted?
You know, I can understand the hesitation given information coming out, because that's a different angle.
Every fiber in my being is telling me Andreas is evil. So
yeah, I think so too, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can kill Stephen and see what happens, and when it's wrong, I don't know. I don't know what would happen if you kill a Horcrux. Maybe you see it. Maybe Jason says something. Maybe not. But this is the information I got. I got a bingo on that.
I've also heard somebody point out that one of the rules explicitly was the win and lose conditions haven't changed.
Yep. That was explained in the rules.
Yeah. So we still need me.
I think Horcruxes might just be a red herring.
I thought about that.
It might be a source of poison.
Possibly. It might be.
Yeah.
It might be too.
So
oh yeah.
I'm gonna start the vote.
Maybe I want to die.
3. Is everyone ready? I'm gonna start the vote.
Should have wanted to die several nights ago, Stephen. It doesn't matter.
3, 2, 1.
Waited too late.
Starting the vote.
You should get.
Is Michael gonna vote or?
Well, it appears that we're not killing Andreas, which is really weird.
Guami isn't
Are you gonna
voting.
vote, Candace?
Michael, are you going to vote?
I think you need to vote if you want to. Oh, there we go. That's the end of that.
Michael, is
Come
Michael
on, Manny.
voting?
There we go. Thanks,
you,
Sam.
Felt like we needed to go with it. And
Well, I don't even know. I have
Where
no
is
idea.
Michael?
I
Oh, there
don't
we
know.
go. Chris,
Michael,
I'm here.
why
I'm
did
here.
you
I'm
vote?
here.
Oh, did you couldn't hear us?
No, I did. I said no. I'm not going to vote.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, Andreas, you're
Well,
not
we
gonna
lost
vote.
2 dead votes.
Oh, I didn't
What?
see Sam did. Dang it.
That's okay. 4 votes might be good enough to block an evil
Oh,
brigade.
that
Yeah,
stinks.
I had thought about that too. It's like it might not be the worst thing. Maybe.
It
Unless
might be
Chris
the
is
worst
lying
thing,
about
but it might
missing.
not
If
be.
Andreas is the demon, it's not bad getting 4 votes on this.
So now,
Yeah, but
now I'm suspicious of Michael. Sorry, Michael in the car, but
Yeah,
Well, I do have
okay.
information that says that
because
Michael's good.
I believe Manny.
I'm here.
Okay,
And
so we
if
have
Manny's
4
got
votes.
information that Andreas is not evil. Chris, are you evil?
Nope.
So I'm
Chris,
trying to
Chris.
figure out how our information could be poisoned, Glommy, because
Manny's
then it
clock.
would be,
Yeah, Manny's Clocktower information clears Andreas.
it clears Andreas, right? But then flipping to the other side of the room, if it's Steven, that means he's the demon, right? Because he's sitting next to Lynn and Steven can't be evil because there's no way they can't be evil.
there's no other.
That's
There's
good. I
no
like
other
that.
So
claims.
if it's
Yeah.
Steven and Anton, then Steven's information is wrong about that. Well, he'd be the demon.
Yeah,
If
Steven
it's
would be
Michael,
the
then
demon.
his minion couldn't be me, and it would be Sam. It'd be Michael and Sam. And if it's Lynn, it would be Adrian.
So you say it might be Michael then? It's the only one that makes sense from your information.
Michael's the one that makes sense to me.
I'm leaning toward Michael too.
I want to share my.
Dead votes. We probably shouldn't. You know.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
We should just.
I think I can share publicly my information.
Well, wait. What?
Okay, so I
Pretty good with our current kill, but
I got 4 names on night 0. I got Matthew, Candice, Steven, and Michael.
Is that like a balloonist type thing, or?
I think so. So I got a hot on the question if one is an outsider, one a minion, one a demon, and one a townsfolk. I got a
So
hot.
say those names again, Adrian.
Matthew, Candice, Steven, and Michael.
Better and Michael. So Michael got to go because Steven's the outsider. I'm the townsfolk.
Yeah,
That's already
And that was why I went
killed
after you
Michael.
early, Candace.
But there's a little problem.
Shame. I don't think more.
Day 1.
Yeah, so he has more information that makes that wrong because he got colds and Luke's worms.
I got on the question, is one of them a demon? I got a cold.
Oh, it's
Which is weird.
that's not a question about your ability.
Yeah,
though.
that's just
Yeah, it
general.
is.
Yeah, that might be. That might be the
No.
problem.
It's not a question about your ability. So that's why you got to go.
Raises
You could
the
be
question.
poisoned. It's been established that people get poisoned, so I think you could
From
be
my
poisoned.
information, on that night I wasn't poisoned.
No, but here's the thing. That's
could
not
be.
a question about his ability.
Yeah, you
Right.
should have said,
Okay.
was one of the names I was given, or is one of the names I'm given a demon or something?
Or am I given four different types of
I'm going to
characters?
close the count.
I'm nominating Michael.
Yeah.
Kwame nominates Michael.
We're not wasting 2 ghost votes just to try and get
Yeah, I'm not
5 on
voting.
Michael.
Or should we wait till
I mean, if you want to kill me, kill me. But
I don't think we can do it
nobody's
today.
looking for the
I don't
heart.
think we should go for it tonight.
We're going to end up wasting votes. We might need to do it tomorrow.
Okay, so
we're just killing another villager here.
Michael, Kwame, do you have
I don't think so, Matt. You're not on the right side of that list.
Well, then Manny's bad, and I don't think Manny's bad.
Manny's not bad.
Manny's information clears Andreas.
Manny
Yeah,
is,
so-
okay, it might clear Andreas.
Yeah, like the
Manny's
SmackDown,
cleared a
Jason.
couple times.
And the only other possibility
The
would
thing
be,
is,
would be
nobody's
Michael.
admitting to giving
But
me
that's-
the information.
Okay,
Nobody's
Michael-
admitting to giving anyone else. So
Michael-
it could be poison.
Michael, do you have a defense?
I'm not evil. I have got 0 information all game. Every question I ask, I get a cold. So I'm not very helpful on information front.
Okay, then
I know that sounds suspicious as all get out, but I keep getting cold every single time I ask a question.
I'm
So
gonna
I don't know
start-
whether I keep getting poisoned.
Okay, I'm going to start the countdown.
Reminder, we're going to have to wait because in that way we don't waste Sam and Chris's votes.
All right, we'll wait then.
I wish I would have saw Sam's hand go up. It wasn't up for like the longest time. You must have just put it up right at the last second. I didn't notice.
Do we have any other nominations, or are we ending the day?
Let's just end it.
Okay, we're ending the day in. And Andreas has been executed, but does not die. Town goes to sleep.
Oh no. Is there like a devil's advocate type shit in this game?
Well, that's good because we killed him. We can kill him again tomorrow. See what happens.
That's right. Take him back out yonder.
Sorry.
Take him out the pasture.
Need to come up with a question. No frickin' idea what to ask. All right, so I have a theory, which is actually pretty awesome. For the first time, I feel things are going quite well. I'll probably ask my question and get a cold, and then I'll be crap again. But my question is, can I become evil because of my ability? And my theory is that when I die, I become evil. And the reason is because it says, do I have an ability that activates when I die? And then I asked a bunch of questions that I got cold. And then I said, is it harmful for the town when I die? And I got a warm. And I'm thinking that it's kind of harmful. It doesn't really matter that much if I become evil. But it's definitely not helpful for a person to become evil. So I'm thinking that when I die, I become evil. But what I'm asking is, can I become evil because of my ability? And my thought is that if I get a hot, well, I could actually just say, do I become evil when I die? Maybe I'll ask that. No, if it's this would be more helpful. If I get a hot, then that's going to be what I believe is happening, but it's more helpful than asking specifically and getting another cold. The point is that if they kill me, I believe that's the last kill, and then I'm evil, and I've won. Actually, maybe I want them to kill me. But I actually want to win. It's good this time. Oh, we actually get 2 more kills. Yeah, so I don't want to die. I want to kill Andreas, ask my question, and see where it goes. That's my thoughts.
Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
You are mad that the main 3 children are townsfolk. You are mad that the main 3 children are townsfolk. Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
For the rest of the game or just today?
I'm just saying today you are mad.
Well, that's fine. I just want to clarify that it's not permanent for the rest of the game, and that's fine. I don't need any more information, but thank you.
For now, it's today.
Okay, I get you. So if it continues tomorrow, you'll visit me tomorrow again.
Correct.
Okay, very good. That's not good.
It was a long night. It was a super long night. Let's just wait for everyone to get in here.
Real quick, Michael messaged me that he has to go and he wants to nominate himself or wants to be killed or something. I don't know how to reconcile that, but that's what Michael messaged me.
I'll vote the way Michael would vote based on what I know.
Gotcha.
I'll just handle Michael. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
Because I know a lot of what he knows, obviously. Okay, so it turns out that you guys don't like a lot of jokes or pranks. So you wake up to see in the Wheezy room the dead body of Stephen. And you also find out that a Horcrux has been destroyed.
Oh, that's pretty.
Well, apparently I'm a Horcrux.
Okay.
So, all right,
Just
first
right.
one.
Steven was a good kill. Now we should kill Andreas.
And everyone can keep talking to me.
So you're a Horcrux, but we don't need to destroy them. So
But then
that's
the evil
interesting.
team wants to. The evil team wants to then.
Oh, that might be the case.
Oh no.
I couldn't speak to the theme because I have no idea. Chris, you want to talk?
Harry Potter wants to destroy them.
Chris.
And I do want to talk.
Yeah.
Come talk
Can I join you?
quicker than later. Come talk to me quicker than later so I could get all the questions out of the way.
Yeah, I come to you, Jason.
Sure.
All right.
I'm confused about my information. It doesn't make sense.
Let's go ahead, Steven.
I went
We'll
to
go
my room.
Oh, you're going to your room?
Yep. So I have a quick question.
Yes.
Have you heard anything about madness at all this whole game?
No.
Okay. Well, I did last night.
Interesting. So are you mad? Well, you're not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I just wanted to quickly get that out of the way. So,
I may have at some point.
well, you just said no.
I know.
Why did you say no?
Don't ask me any questions.
Are you still mad?
Well, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I know. Well, first of all, he's super preoccupied with questions. Anyway, I'm dead now.
So
yes, here was going to be my question for today. Can I... Well, I don't want to... I actually don't want to give you my question. Well, I'll just tell you my question, because I'm already dead, and I know the answer, kind of, which was, can I become evil because of my ability? My theory was that when I die, I become evil, because the first question I said was, do I have an ability that activates when I die? And I got a hot, which I think is the Horcrux thing.
Yes.
But I don't actually know what the Horcrux is, so I think that evil... he said that the win condition's the same, so... I don't understand what the Horcrux has to do with anything. But I do think it's not good that I died.
Well, here's the thing. Isn't there... No, I guess they're all, if you kill the demon, it's over. Well, no, that's just it. You kill the demon, it's over. It doesn't mean that you don't have to kill somebody else.
Well,
but I guess
said
that
the win
kind of
condition remains the same.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Maybe they can't win if there's a Horcrux alive. But it seems like... I don't know. I don't make sense. Because how is that an outsider ability? It would seem that that's like a mayor ability, which is a townsfolk ability. Like, evil can't win if you live. That's definitely not an outsider ability.
I do wonder if when Mad Eye dies, because that's what Andreas is, I wonder if when Mad Eye dies the first time, Horcrux dies instead. No, because the demon killed you probably, right?
Well, I would assume so. I was the only one that died last night.
I don't know. I still question that it's Harry Potter over there. He's got to kill you, Horcruxes.
I have no idea. Well, is Harry Potter evil? Is that what that means?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that Harry Potter's an evil one. I don't know. I'm so lost, to be 100% honest. I could still see this game being backwards, where the three main characters are the evil ones. But I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew something. But you should ask your question if you can. And then
I'm going to go now.
If you get a bingo or something, let me know.
All right, you get a question because you just died.
So, do I get a question after this also?
You get one extra question after this. You could ask them both now, or you could wait.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask one question now, and then think. Which my question is going to be: is my ability intertwined with the Horcrux?
Cold.
Okay.
You want to ask another one, or do you not want to?
No, I just wanted to write it down before I forgot exactly what I said. I'm leaving for now.
Okay.
Okay.
All I
Chris,
know
you want to
is
continue?
yes.
I don't know that we
All
should.
I know
but
is well, let's do it anyway.
Sure.
What I know is the neighbors of the towns to the outsiders are good, supposedly. That's my information that I got.
Yeah. Well,
So
and
I feel
the three main children are also townsfolk.
Problem is, that's clearing every single person in this town.
Well, except for
Yeah,
Andrea.
that doesn't line up anymore, Yahoo.
Did you want to talk, Yahoo?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to my room this time.
Oh. So you're mad currently. Did you become mad when you died?
I'm not mad.
You became. Dude, just tell
You're
me.
mad.
Nobody else is
I'm
here.
not mad.
I became mad the day that I died. Did you become mad the day you died?
You are clearly being recorded.
I am. Oh,
so people are here. For you, I'm just saying. I'm not mad.
So you
I'm
think
just
he's going to
telling
kill
you
me after the game is over?
That this game, the townsfolk people are around next to the outsiders.
So,
by the way, I've been thinking about it, and that information was the outsiders are surrounded by townsfolk. That was what he told me when I died. No, the day before I died. That was the day before I died. Not the day I died, the day before.
dude, I have no idea what to do.
Did you get a bingo yet?
Nope, I got another cold. I said, is my ability intertwined with the Horcrux? And I got a cold. And he said I get another question, but I don't have to ask it today. I can ask another question during the duration of the game, which is today or tomorrow, but I have no idea what to ask. I don't think I should ask if I can become I don't think I should ask if I become evil after I die, since I died and I wasn't told I was evil.
I know, right?
So I'm gonna cross that off.
Yeah, cross that one off. I think this might be the what's going on. I don't think that's what happened.
Well, I think that I was a Horcrux, but I don't think that was my ability, and I don't know what that means.
I actually thought Lynn was going to die last night because there's a lot of stuff being pushed on you by the other side, you and Michael.
Well, if they knew I was a Horcrux, no, Andreas wanted to kill me, not because it made sense, but because I'm a Horcrux. That's all.
Oh.
Well, that's the theory. I have no idea.
Oh, clear. Yeah,
who else wanted to kill me?
I don't know. I thought it was just him and Guami and Manny wanted to protect him, which I found odd. They're both trying to say, "Oh, I don't think he's evil."
Well, Manny was definitely trying to protect him.
Yeah. Well, Guami didn't vote on him. Guami didn't vote on him, and it cost us 2 dead votes.
That is true.
So it seems kind of odd.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to vote for him.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's Manny, Guami, and Andreas. To me, it just seems like Andreas is the one that we need to kill again because he didn't die the first time. That seems like a DA to me. Jason can probably tell us. Why don't you just tell us if that's DA?
I think Lynn's the DA.
Oh, you think she's evil?
Well, she'd have to be.
Why does she have to be?
So I think it's Andreas and Lynn.
Oh, because of your thingy-mabobber? But that doesn't make any sense. She seems like an outsider.
I did not.
In the room soon, just so you guys know.
Okay. Because you and her are outsiders, and you're surrounded by the townsfolk.
Just so you know, I had to say that because my thing is that I'm mad that the children are townsfolk and Guami is a children. And I didn't know how to save that, so that's why I said that. I have no idea, dude.
You hear that, Jason? When you watch this in the future, kill him. On me. Because I would not break any madness, but I'm not mad.
Well, I know that you are.
I am not mad. I am not mad.
Well, that's fine. He's probably going to kill me again anyway. Because Jason doesn't like me. He likes killing me because of madness.
I like killing you because of madness.
Oh, whatever. I'm leaving.
One more. Okay, so we are back, and do I hear nominations or discussion?
We're discussing. I said we're discussing.
Whatever.
So do we have to kill Andreas again because he's like the only one that isn't a neighbor to an outsider, and he's not one of those kid things.
So,
I wanna-
so just,
How many outsiders
good
are
point,
there?
Chris.
So, Chris,
I don't trust Harry Potter
What
either.
did you get as your extra information? Because you said you got extra information.
Extra information, whatever day it was, day 2 or whatever, was the outsiders are surrounded by townsfolk. Something to that effect.
Did it say outsiders or
Outsiders?
Okay.
I also got extra information that the main 3 children are townsfolk, which I don't understand, but I've been led to believe is Guami, Manny, and Anton.
I was told a clockmaker of 2.
Then I'm thinking my information was the extra one the night I died, where we don't have to destroy the Horcruxes.
Yeah, but
I don't know
think
if
that
anybody
you-
else got information, other information, the extra information that night.
But I am going to nominate Andreas.
Can we keep talking first for a second? I got a question.
Okay,
right
I'll
there.
pull my
Especially
nomination.
since you can't nominate.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
anyways.
So it doesn't
do
matter what I say
nominations.
anymore.
Did anybody else get additional random info? And who was the last person to get the info?
Was it me with not needing to destroy the Horcruxes?
I think so.
I
How
got
many
a
nights?
clockmaker 2 again last night.
Oh.
Oh, so you got extra info again last night?
Well, I got the same info again last night.
Same info again.
But I got a clockmaker 2.
Yeah, I can validate that I got the same info multiple times.
And I mean, just looking at the wheel, if I got a clockmaker 2, if it's, I'm obviously not going to implicate myself, but if it's Michael, it's Sam. If Michael's a demon, Sam's a minion. If Lynn's a demon, Adrian's a minion. It can't be a Yahoo, because well, they're.
Oh, I might be the demon.
There can't not be 2 outsiders. If Guami's the demon, it could be Adrian or Chris, and if Andreas is the demon, it'd be Matthew.
I'll come out. I'm the demon. I decided to die day 2.
Thank God I'm the minion.
Wait, no. Actually, I was the demon and I died.
Steven, do you know your ability?
And then he killed
I
himself.
think it's very possible that the original demon has already died.
I got lots of golds.
And we are working with some sort of Horcrux minion thing.
Did you ask something about that you are protecting the demon and the demon cannot be killed unless you are dead?
I did ask if my ability has, well, the wording I used was, is my ability intertwined with the Horcrux? And I got a cold. So I don't know if that's the question that you just said, but that's what I asked.
The real demon might be dead if it's like in the books where he also died but didn't properly die because of the Horcruxes.
That
and
would
all
suck.
the kills we had might
That
be
would sound
arbitrary by Jason, and we still have to destroy the Horcruxes.
All I'm saying is that
we
shouldn't
need to destroy the.
If we kill the
destroy
demon,
the
there's some
Horcrux.
sort of Scarlet Woman-like role in play.
It doesn't have to be. It can be that it's a little bit like the Zambul. It's dead, but you have to kill the Horcruxes as well to get it dead.
So we shouldn't need to have to kill the Horcruxes.
It's just like in the books.
Yeah,
I agree with you, but that would change
like an evil twin.
And he said that the win condition doesn't change.
Yeah, exactly.
So we still have to kill the demon, all remaining demon.
I mean, it depends how you define win conditions. Like, if you go from the Zambul, then you can just stretch it out to a little bit else. I don't know.
I have a question for Steven.
Jason's trying to say something.
Well, I was going to say, do we have any nominations?
Yeah, Steven, you say that 3 main children are good, but how do you know that Guami is one of us?
I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I just know that the main 3 children
No,
are
I mean, why did Guami claim to be a Harry Potter or something? I mean, because I claimed from the beginning that I'm Weasley, and I think many claimed to be.
Okay, I don't know anything about Harry Potter. That was just what people
names.
told me when I said that information.
Guami came onto the Potter very early. I think he was Potter when he came out.
saying
Yeah, that
the
was his
only words
nickname.
I can, which are, I gave that information and I was told that means Guami, Manny, and Anton. So if you disagree with that, you would have to
I
take
don't
that up with.
disagree. I'm asking how Guami was confirmed to
Yeah,
be
Guami
one
was
of the
spotted at the
three.
very
I said
beginning
information,
until
and
someone
the
said
people I
like we shouldn't
spoken
come
to
out.
said that that's what it meant, and I can't confirm or deny that. I haven't the foggiest idea what it means.
Yahoo, we're
Guami,
trying to
did you get a bingo already?
Who?
Oh,
You, Guami.
Yes.
You want to come out with it?
Yeah, evil doer.
Oh, so whatever. Whoever. Okay, so my info was that, or my role, ability, whatever is. Each night I am told 2 players. During the night, one of those players got targeted by another player, and one did not get targeted by any players. So
doesn't seem particularly useful.
It doesn't seem useful. Yeah, I don't think it's useful, but maybe there's another role that might find it useful.
I think it might point towards the players who have extra information, and it might point towards people who are poisoned.
It might. So night 1 was Adrian and Manny.
I was picked the first night.
And night 2 was me and a Yahoo, and I think I was told I was picked that night.
Did you get extra information that night?
That might have been that night, or was the night, I don't.
Because otherwise that theory's out of the water. I did not get extra information that night.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I either got my information night 2 or night 3. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't write down what night I got it. But night 3 I got Candace and Andreas. 4 is Adrian and Lynn. And 5 I got Sam and Michael. And Sam died that night. And then last night, Andreas and Manny.
Kwame, how come you're always evil?
Well, I mean, I've already said I got a Clockmaker 2 last night, so I was picked again last night.
Okay.
Do we have any nominations?
Well, I think that
yes,
What are we at?
I'm Michael. I want to make a nomination. I want to nominate Andreas because I think some DA thing might be going on Andreas. So I think we should try to kill him again.
that threw me
Okay,
off so
Michael.
badly because I looked away and all I heard was Jason talking. It disturbed my spirit. I turned away and I was like, I had to get back to flip back to my screen.
You need to work on your accent, Jason.
In the spirit of Michael, Michael would nominate Andreas on the condition that he thinks that we should nominate Andreas again because we believe there's some sort of DA thing going on with Andreas, and it's the best thing to do right now. So that was Michael's thing. Andreas, do you have a defense?
Ooh, killing the Horcrux might have given him extra life. Let's kill him.
That's mean. As I said, I'm Townsfolk. I was looking for Horcruxes. If we want to kill someone today, then it's Guami because he's the only one of the people alive who I haven't checked. I got the yes on Stephen. Stephen was obviously the Horcrux. I don't know what's going on. I think the real demon is already dead and can't die because the Horcruxes are still alive. I think Sam's ability or what information he got was poisoned. But yeah.
I think the Horcrux gave me extra life.
Do we have? Do we have?
That happened before Stephen died. Though.
Any kind of info?
The information can't be poisoned.
Well, I will say that I
get it.
am an
And some of
outsider,
the information must be wrong.
and it doesn't make sense that I would need to die before we can kill the demon. Because
No. I get what happened. Or what's going on. We tried to kill Andreas. Andreas didn't die. In the night, the demon can't kill anybody because a Yahoo, the Horcrux, dies in its stead.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. That might work.
Okay, we're gonna start the countdown.
I will say while we're counting down that
Three votes.
Yeah, well, I'm voting if we don't get three before it gets to me.
Voting. I'm Michael. I'm voting.
Take your vote back, Stephen.
Michael's voting. Okay.
Yes,
Take your vote back,
because I want to
Stephen.
see what happens.
Michael's voting. Okay, he did.
Yes, he did.
Well, there are 3 evil people, so if he is the demon, they could. But we still have another kill after this.
It'd be hilarious if suddenly Michael's like, no, I decided not to vote.
Well, Michael's supposed to be good because he's sitting next to an outsider.
I'm playing Michael's role as Michael would play it, since he's not
I
here.
was thinking about an absurd hypothetical where you're like, nope, never mind. He decided not to vote.
Michael might be the demon.
Do we have any other nominations?
I nominate
riding
Kwame.
around in the car.
Andreas nominates Kwame. And what's your reason?
As I said, he's the only one who I haven't checked. I checked Lynn on the second night. It's the first one I got to check someone. Then Manny. Then I checked Steven. There I got the yes. Then I checked myself because I didn't know what was going on at that point. I got the bingo on the day after I checked myself. And last night I checked Michael and also got a no. So Kwame's the only one left that I haven't checked.
Kwame, do you have a defense?
Check me tonight then.
What if I survive? I will do.
Okay, on that, we're going to start the countdown.
That's really suspicious. I think Guami's the friggin' minion, man. He's acting too
If he's evil, he's a minion. Andreas is trying to do
minion.
a side play.
He's definitely a
Andreas
minion.
is a demon. If he's
I think
evil,
so.
he's a minion. He's not the demon.
I don't know. If he is one of the children, then he's a townsfolk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's multiple things that are saying he's not evil.
I'm just saying somewhere along all these information, something must be wrong because I can't be cleared by some information and then someone else cleared by some information. So there must be some poison in play.
That's one vote. Do we have any other nominations?
Guami did vote on that.
That was 2 votes, yeah.
I've heard in this game sometimes people lie.
Yeah, every now and
Do you have any
then.
other nominations?
Who got the information that whoever sits next to outsider is good?
If not, I'm going to count down.
It
I'm
is
not
weird that only
nominating.
2 people voted. Like, where was his other demon or
That is
minion?
And on that, Andreas is executed and does not die. Everyone goes to sleep.
Oh boy, he's got like 10 lives, more than a cat now.
Did somebody joke about having 9 lives earlier?
Yep, that was said.
Talking about we don't have to. We do have to.
Yep, we gotta find these, kill these. We have to kill them
That's
until the
keeping him
Horcruxes are
alive
gone.
based on the.
Huh. Huh. I believe a Horcrux is going to die tonight. So, my question, I don't even know what night it is at this point, is did I prevent the demon from being killed? So, my question is, did my ability prevent the demon from dying? My last question, surely we'll get a cold. I will say the Horcrux better have something to do with something. It does seem to me that it could be, well, I could see it being an outsider in this particular script. It wouldn't be an outsider in a normal script. However, I don't know that I need to die for them to win, so my existence makes it more difficult. I would imagine, well, I think Lynn's going to die, because I think she's the other Horcrux. And then we try to kill him again. And he won't die, or he does. And it seems like he's the one that should die. Michael can nominate and vote every day. I didn't vote. It would seem that Andreas is the demon. It is weird that only Guami and Andreas voted. Well, they knew he wasn't going to die. I don't know. It's very confusing. All right, go ahead.
You are mad that the main 3 children are townsfolk.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Peace. Live long and prosper.
Who died?
Batman.
I have a prediction.
I'm waiting on.
I think I have the same one.
Probably me.
Candace.
That's my prediction then.
Here comes Candace.
There
Okay,
she is.
so you guys wait to the screaming and yelling, and you find out that glass menageries shatter and crack, and you see the dead body of Manny.
Lynn, can we talk?
Anyone who's
Yes.
dead,
Annie, your room?
anyone who's
Yeah.
dead who does want to ask questions, who have questions left, just let me know.
I'll go, Jason.
Okay.
Actually, do you care if a Yahoo comes with us, Lynn?
No, Yahoo could come in.
Hey, let's
You want to
do
come?
it.
Oh, sorry. Opening the rooms, and then
What
yeah,
about
Christian,
me,
you,
Manny?
Michael.
What about me?
Come to my broken menagerie.
I'm coming to your broken menagerie.
That hurts. That hurts.
What do you think about killing Michael at this point?
Am I the only fucking good player left? Like,
I'm curious if either of you have gotten bingos on your rolls yet. If you know
yes, I
what they are.
have. I came up publicly.
I didn't hear that.
Well, yeah, I didn't hear
Oh.
what you were. I know you're an outsider. I just
Yes, I am an outsider. Do you want to hear every single night or just where I got the bingo?
Just the bingo. What? The
All right.
other information is useless.
All right. So my question was, do I poison an Amnesiac Townsfolk answer? He gave me the bingo, but because Townsfolk is pretty much good player, he more or less met good players, but he gave the bingo to me anyway. But so my ability was any good players that choose me gets poisoned answers from their questions.
Okay. Have you gotten bingo yet at Yahoo?
Nope.
Do you have a question left?
Yes.
I wonder if you made somebody mad when you died.
There is
There's
madness
a lot
in the
of
game.
rolls going because there's a lot of things that are happening now that haven't happened the whole game. Because I got to visit it again last night at Clockmaker 2.
Yep. I also got more information last night. Let me see what it was. I received the information that the main 3 children are townsfolk.
What does
I think-
children mean? What the heck does children mean?
So the books revolve around 3 children: Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley.
So do you guys want to help me?
Names are characters in the books.
Do you
So the
guys wanna
3
help-
children refer to the main characters of the books,
Which are-
is myself, Anton, and Guami.
Is that non-poisoned information though?
I believe that is poisoned information. Because the Clockmaker 2, based on the people that are left, is impossible.
Well, I will say that I know that it's true. It has to be true.
Why?
Has to be true. It couldn't possibly be not true.
Got it.
Why?
It's impossible.
Because
it
because
has to be true.
Because he has to say
It
that.
simply-
because I also
it simply
have to say
is
that
true.
It's Clockmaker 2.
It's the most true thing. I've never believed anything more in my entire life.
How long have you been believing that, Yahoo?
Like, since I died.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay.
I think I get it there, but
You want to go ask that question then, Yahoo?
I don't have a question to ask. That was what I was going to
I
ask
thought you said you had one left.
Well, I have a question left, but I don't have. So every question I've gotten has gotten me loster and loster and loster.
I would ask about madness in some form.
Okay.
yes, well, that's all evident, isn't it? I think.
After you died, madness has come into play.
Yes, it has. Absolutely has. However, what's going on with Andreas? What is that? He can't die twice. How can what is that? Is that a double DA? Like, I don't understand.
So the one question I was going to ask was
the thing we have to stop doing is using real rolls, right? Because it's not a DA. It can't be a DA can be
No, I
DA
know.
like, but it can't be the
I
DA.
was like, it could be a version of like a DA though.
Well, my
'cause-
theory, yeah, that was what I was thinking. My theory was that he couldn't die until all the Horcruxes were dead. However, that doesn't make sense because he wanted to kill me. So if he knew I was a Horcrux, then that's odd. However, since he isn't providing information as to why he's not dying, that makes him very suspicious.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
However, Guami I think is his minion, but like,
well,
how do we?
I agree with
Oh.
that, except I know he can't be because he's one of the 3 children. What I do want to say is my
Yeah.
question
Yeah,
is,
don't worry about it.
did my ability prevent the demon from dying? However, I have a high suspicion I would get a cold for that, because everything, I guess, is cold. I did ask, was my ability intertwined with the Horcrux, and I got a cold. So I'm thinking that the Horcrux is unrelated, kind of like how somebody's a red herring. Like, I was a Horcrux, but I don't think that had anything to do with my ability. So I'm going to ask if my ability... Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm going to go ask it.
All right, we'll go back, I guess.
I'm going back, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm barely certain I helped him.
Closing the breakout room, and here we are with the final 4.
So upset.
Okay.
I was gonna be less upset this Amnesiac. I'm not.
Well, we don't want to kill on the final 4. Should we just waste another one on Andreas and watch
Do
it
we
not
think we
happen?
have an evil dead? Do we think we have an evil dead?
So what do you mean by
I
that?
hope so.
I think there's one evil
Oh, like
dead.
a Zambu?
We executed only 2 people, me and Adrian, and I'm not dead. I'm not evil, so only Adrian is dead.
You're not dead.
I'm not convinced that evil has exclusively died during the day, but
We've only killed 2 people during the day.
Yeah, because we keep trying to kill Andres. He won't die.
We have killed 2 people.
Yeah,
that's it.
You don't want to
4
do
days later, Andreas is still here.
Does
So-
someone else
so-
need to die first?
Yeah.
before
So let's deal with this in a theme manner.
I do have a
okay?
question. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, my question is for Andreas. Can you provide a reason as to why you're not dying? Because it seems like if you can't, then you're evil.
I don't know. I don't know what other roles are in play. There might be a DA thing. There might something different to that can protect multiple knights, or there's like one specific player in game who can't die. And he's like a decoy for the bad people.
Like the opposite of the soldier.
Guami.
Yeah, so like a
something like
soldier
that.
that can't get executed.
So let's look at this from a theme standpoint. I
I want to know what
understand.
Guami got last night.
Oh, I got myself and Manny.
Well, I picked Kwame last night, as I said, and he came back as a Horcrux. So I think you should kill Kwame if you want a chance at the game, because I think Voldemort
I
is
think it's
dead
a waste.
and the Horcruxes are alive.
Oh, but wait a minute though. This is which I believe that based on what I know about what your ability is supposed to be, that makes sense, especially when you got yourself from the second night. So in the books, Voldemort and Harry Potter were both trying to get to the other Horcruxes before each other, correct?
Before what?
If the game is dependent on us reading the
Yes.
books, then I think I'm just gonna log off right now.
Okay, but I mean, we have to deal with this. This is, I mean, for the people that do know, they need to chime in.
Or watching the movies.
Or
Matt.
watching the movies, but I'm
Yeah, but like you should have had that as like a stipulation to play the
Oh,
game.
it's okay. It's enough of us, man. Let's.
Yeah.
I mean,
those
we
of us who
use
have
like the
watched it and
Horcruxes
know.
in a lot of werewolf games, so it's not like you.
Okay, guys,
For
come on
the
now, for
record,
real.
is still about the thing that we know nothing about.
Yes, Harry Potter and Voldemort had to kill off Harry Potter had to kill all the Horcruxes.
Destroy all the Horcruxes before they could kill Voldemort.
Harry Potter was a Horcrux.
Yeah.
So
he had to kill himself.
I did say that for day one.
There's still the info. Well, see, I
So
thought that
do
earlier,
you-
but then I have the information that you don't have to.
Kwame, can you nominate Andreas?
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea.
I think we should
Wait,
either
there are
kill
Chris.
Andreas or not kill anyone. Is what I
I
think.
think it
Oh,
matters.
Or kill a
who
dead
does it.
player.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think we
Does
should
that
kill a
make
dead player.
sense?
Kind of does, yeah.
It makes
Well,
sense, doesn't
Worst
it?
case scenario, then we would just go to a final 3, right?
Yep, that's my
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
not
Harry
hard as
Potter might
Jason
have
is.
to
I
It makes
nominate
sense.
Andreas.
Voldemort.
No.
thought. And he'll
think we
die
should
this
kill a
time and
dead
we'll
player.
lose. Of course.
Kwame nominates Andreas. Kwame, what's your reason?
What? I don't know. I guess we'll see if he dies. And if not, we go to final 3.
Okay, Andreas, do you have a defense?
This is it all the time. I think that maybe my role can't die. I don't know. That's not what I got for my bingo. But I gave you the Horcruxes. I gave you Steven. I gave you Gwami now. If you go for me, I will probably not die again. And whether that's why I'm bad or good, even though one of the ways I'm a bad killer from all perspectives. But
Pertinent
if
info.
that's what you're going for, go for it. Ken.
Pertinent info. May I?
Yeah.
Sam, that's why I said we do not have to kill. We don't have to destroy the Horcruxes to win.
Right.
That makes sense to me. Chris, is that anybody else who knows about Harry Potter? Does that not make sense?
It seems like it could possibly make sense.
It's too late to still be talking in tongues.
So Harry Potter has to kill
I said
Voldemort.
nothing about eggs, Manny.
So your pertinent info is you
should have.
think that one of the Horcruxes nominates Voldemort and that he dies. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kwame nominated Andreas, so I'm going to start the countdown.
In the books, it was Longbottom, though, killing them and not Harry Potter.
But you guys killed Longbottom.
So who else actually voting?
He's like a big me.
Is Michael
I
voting?
will if I have to.
Longbottom only killed the
Michael wants
snake.
to vote on this.
We need one dead vote then.
Michael wants to vote.
No, wait, we don't need. Well, okay, never mind.
I'm definitely not going to vote at this point. Andreas
You
says
can
he's
vote on
voting.
myself if you want. I don't care.
So that's 3 votes.
It'll be
4 if he votes.
4. Okay.
Which is odd.
That's 4 votes. Do I hear any other nominations?
He doesn't
Philly's-
think he'll die.
Yeah, that's at least 20 votes.
He might not.
Or that's a minion willing to sacrifice himself and they're going to win the game.
If I hear no other nominations, we're going to close in 10.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't know what else to do, though.
I know.
I don't know what else to do.
I
either.
gave
I haven't
you
felt good about it for 3 days.
Andreas is
on
a
that-
minion who has
and on
ability
that-
that he can die.
Whoop. And on that, Harry Potter waves his magic wand, says, Adavara, Cadavera,
Oh my
on
God.
Mad-Eye Moody, and Andreas is executed, but does not die. Everyone goes back to sleep.
I give up.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow, guys.
Why
try
is he
again.
saying abracadabra?
That's
Well, Harry
B's
Potter
in
said
it. I didn't know they had B's in it. Hey, whatever.
That was funny. I like it.
We get a meme. Kill me, baby, one more time. That is complete crap. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. It is 1:30. Which means this game has taken absolutely forever.
You are mad that the main 3 children are townsfolk.
Oh, good. I'm very angry about that. What a piece of garbage this game is.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Going insane.
Chris is losing his mind.
Yeah, I have to.
I thought you liked this, Chris. This is just like BMR.
It's great.
This is fun.
We're waiting for one more person.
That's what I said before we went to sleep. Feels like BMR.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Figure Chris would love this.
Andreas is the sailor. Just go ahead and pick yourself.
Hey, pick yourself. Drop yourself already.
Like Andreas is like some kind of superhuman creature.
He's like
Said he
the
did pick
super
himself.
Townsfolk.
Okay, so you guys wake, you guys learn that all of these robes in Hogwarts are now tainted. So you find out that Lynn has died, and you also find out that another Horcrux has been destroyed.
Well, I knew that.
And we're down to a final three. Candace or Steven, do you want to ask me your final question?
I will come and ask my question.
Okay.
Good luck. You're gonna get cold. Candace is
what was
holding firm.
The last thing you said with that you're to your final three.
We are in. Oh, sorry. We are in a final three. Once I actually kill Lynn, yes.
And
Candace, were you an outsider?
Candace doesn't have the
I am
dead
an
vote.
outsider, yes.
I'm going to my room, Steven.
Oh, Lynn.
I'm
Yes,
coming.
Lynn, were you an outsider?
Also,
Yes.
by my
So
count,
you
that is
and Steven were
both the
two.
Horcruxes done with.
Yes.
All right. So I have my question, which is, does my ability make people mad?
Hot.
Not a bingo. Just give me a bingo.
You need to go back to some of your earlier questions, but it's too late now. That was your last question.
That's okay. I feel good about it.
You've almost pieced it together. Read some of your other questions that you got hots on, and you might piece it together before the game ends.
All right. Thanks.
Yep.
Maybe Michael is the demon.
Candace, do you want to ask your last question?
Sure, Jason.
All right. So
Just
I don't
want me
remember.
rage quit your game.
But whoever the circle of trust was, if we go back to my room for a final powwow, I think Manny was in it.
I was
Can
in
I
it, right?
go in?
I was in.
Yeah,
I'm
Lynn
seeing
was.
you
I think Chris was
anymore
excluded.
tonight. The night it was
Lynn can
nice.
decide if
Thanks.
Chris is part of it.
Chris can come. Chris
Okay,
can
that's
come.
fine.
You confirm
you big
myself.
jerk.
Steven,
Why am I not on the circle
Sure,
of
we'll go in
trust?
my room. Because we
Okay.
tried to kill you too many times. You won't die.
Yeah, you won't die.
Spoilers,
Yeah, that's what
we're going to
I'm
come
showing
back
you.
and kill you again.
I think I'm in the circle of trust. So
I have no
Yes.
idea. All right,
I've
at this
never been
point,
in a circle of trust
hey,
before. This
Anton, are you
You
good?
said that I'm good.
Well, I did at one point. I don't know. You might as well stay. Who cares?
he's just sneaking in.
I have no idea.
No, you said that I'm good.
Well, I did at one point, dude. I have no idea. It's a pretty big circle we got. So I asked my final question, and I did get another hot. And we talked about this. It was, does my ability relate to madness? And I got a hot. Which my first day I got. Well, after that he said, I think you're close.
Yeah.
If you just look, you know. But the thing is that the only other thing I got a hot was, do I have an ability that activates when I die? Which I think if I had said, do people become mad when I die, I would have gotten a bingo. However, that's kind of dumb in my opinion, because obviously that was the case. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Obviously, my ability has made people mad. And I don't know how many people. It would have been nice if you would have given those details, but whatever.
well,
You didn't say it in the brain.
so are we just going to go for Andreas again?
I don't know what else to do. My theory was that we needed to kill all the Horcruxes needed
What
to
was
die.
all of your information, Sam?
Oh gosh, hold on.
The first time you read it, I still thought you were evil. So.
So all the 3 players are poisoned this turn. That was night
Okay.
1. You can trust a player who is next to an outsider. There are 2 Horcruxes in play. At least one outsider is a Horcrux. You do not need to destroy Horcruxes.
I think Michael is demon.
Uh,
I think Anton's evil. And he's
Sam,
trying
do you
to-
think? What do you
I
think?
didn't say that I'm good.
Sam, what do you think about that last statement?
I don't know. See, maybe they need to be destroyed. It's not us that destroys them. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to
Sam,
me.
what if you were picked? I think you're right. I think you were picked because I think the extra information is wrong. None of the extra information lines up.
Have you been told that information more than once?
No. maybe it's just not something worth exploring further. And we should just kill Andreas.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think
Oh.
maybe because the
Yep.
Horcruxes, whatever the fuck the name is, they die. and
I
think
want to
we
do
can
one
kill
thing.
them. I was gonna say horse cock,
Spin
but
around. Inside of the brain.
Horcrux. Hol-
Yes.
Horcrux. Horcrux.
Okay, so discussion and nomination is open. Hi, I'm Michael. I'm not going to nominate at all.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think if you don't want to
who has
double tap
confirmed,
Steven,
Michael?
which
Who
I
has
think is a good
confirmed?
idea, I don't think I would nominate.
You don't want to double tap Steve.
Rami, are you nominating?
I'm double tapping
No.
Steven.
And on that, no one nominates who's alive. And
Well, wait. Andreas might nominate.
I'm going to get a feeling he's not going to.
So you're all evil? Is this pointless?
They're all evil?
the game is over. And the game is
They're
over.
all evil. They're all evil.
Oh.
And evil has won. Now I will explain the whole game, and I will explain everyone's. By the way, we had 6 people get bingos in this game, so half the table got bingos.
I bet on 5.
So
I told you he was bad day 1.
Let me start with Chris. I'll go around the table starting with Chris. Chris is Slughorn. Slughorn, your ability is each day, and for some people who appreciate this, who know the characters, each day try to get as many members into the Slug Club. Each night, Star, you learn how many players of the Slug Club are townsfolk.
Oh wow, he would never. How was he ever supposed to guess that? We didn't know he was supposed to.
I will explain why you
Because of the
didn't
name.
but you didn't understand any of that later. But I will
Yeah,
explain some
yeah,
later. Anyway,
yeah.
continuing on to Manny is Granger. Manny did find out his ability, and his ability as Granger was each night pick 1 player. Players you pick can ask 2 Amnesiac questions. Manny did get a bingo. Next we have Anton, who's Weasley. Anton also got a bingo. Weasley, you start knowing 2 good players.
Why is he so easy, Jay?
Then we have Michael, who was Lestrange, as in Bellatrix Lestrange, which some people saw he put Lestrange in his name the first day. Anyway, Lestrange's ability, which Michael was completely off on, except for one turn when he sort of thought something and then stopped, was Lestrange. If you successfully nominate and execute a good player, you get a kill in the night. So when he nominated, if that person would have been executed, he would have got an extra kill, sort of like a Godfather-y kind of role. Stephen was the Daily Prophet, an outsider. Stephen's ability, which he was close on.
Oh, I know what it is.
1 player gets a false message in the night. If you die by execution, all players that have received messages are mad for 3 days that the false messages have to be true or else might be executed.
Yep, I knew. I figured it out the last day.
Okay, moving on to Sam, who was Sybil, one of the teachers in Hogwarts. And Sam did get a bingo as well. And Sam's ability was each night you are told a true statement. And Sam, go through your statements and I'll explain why they're true. Well, we'll go through your statements in a second. I'll explain why they're true. Lynn was an outsider. Lynn was Dursley. As everyone knows, the Dursleys are just muggles. Anyway, Lynn's ability was any good player that chooses you receives an incorrect amnesiac answer. I don't know why you guys didn't kill off Lynn early when Lynn knew this. Because she was poisoning people along the way. Candace. Candace was Luna Lovegood. Candace's ability, and you missed one little part of it, and when you hear it,
you know what, Jason? I'm gonna rage put in the middle of your explanation.
When you hear this one little part, you're gonna understand why I couldn't give you a bingo.
No, I'm gonna be mad at you for 3 days and 3 nights.
Each night, pick a player. You get a hint on their ability or the ability that they're bluffing as. So I gave you bluff hints as well on the evil player. Well, there was a little bit more to it. You were close.
Yeah, but Jason, how the hell is she ever going to figure that out?
Because all she had to say is, do I also get that on evil people? If she's once said, do I get that on evil bluffs, I would have been bingo.
That still counts because if that's what they're bluffing as, then you're still going to give me.
You needed to figure
I'm
out.
sorry. No.
Because
I
you might have
disagree.
got nothing.
Okay.
If you picked Guami, I might have given you nothing. Like if you picked an evil player, I could have said you get nothing today, but you did get something. So you needed to. That was the last part. So moving on to Adrian, who was Minerva McGonagall. Adrian's ability, which Adrian was also close on but didn't get a bingo, was you start knowing one townsfolk, one outsider, one minion, and one player who is not the demon.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Adrian asked a bunch of questions, but didn't. And by the way, Adrian's players were actually two good players, Matthew and Candace, and then one outsider, Stephen, and one minion, Michael. Then moving on to Matthew, who didn't get to do much. Matthew was Neville Longbottom. Neville's ability was, which Matthew, again, could have never figured this out. If you nominate an evil player, you learn a townsfolk role that is in play. So if Matthew would have nominated someone, then Matthew would have immediately been told one of the roles in the game. Then moving on to Guami, who was not Harry Potter, who was actually Greyback. Anyway, Greyback's ability is both of your good alive neighbors receive incorrect answers to their amnesiac questions. Hence why Chris and Matthew were very confused when they kept getting weird answers to their questions.
I told you to kill Guami. I told you, but nobody listens.
And
I told him too.
I wanted to kill him.
Even I told you to kill Guami.
Day one, I said we got to kill Harry Potter.
And now, before we get to the last part, Sam, let's go through your things, and I'll explain why they're all good.
Let's see. Night one, 3 players are poisoned this turn.
That was on the first turn. That was Matthew and Chris and Candace because she picked Lynn.
All right, night 2, you can trust a player who is next to an outsider.
So that was both you and Candace.
And let's see. Night 3, there are 2 Horcruxes in play.
That was to explain the Horcruxes to you guys, to give you a hint.
Then, well, my last official one, I assume, at least one outsider is a Horcrux.
That would help you with Horcruxes as well.
Yeah. Then I got another night of information, but I believe that was from Steven's ability.
Yes, it was, because that's when you died.
Yeah. Which was you did not need to destroy Horcruxes. And by the time I realized that these extra informations were wrong, I was made mad that we do not need to destroy Horcruxes.
Yes. So now let's get to Andreas. Oh, by the way, Guami did figure out his ability. Anton figured it out. Lynn figured it out. Manny figured it out. Sam figured it out. Andreas also figured out his ability. So let's explain Voldemort. What?
Oh, that you poisoned people.
Poisoning.
Guami's was he poisons his alive neighbors and they get poisoned amnesiacs.
Right.
So now let's talk about Voldemort. At the start of the game, pick Horcruxes equal to the number of minions. So he picked Lynn and Stephen, who, and as Andreas said, I'm picking them because I know they're not going to. He told me this later in the game when he figured out a lot of his ability. He said, I was probably picking Horcruxes and I knew they would be the players who would live long and not die. Then each night, pick a player, they die. Then you can only die if all the Horcruxes are dead. If a Horcrux dies, the next day the storyteller announces that a Horcrux has been destroyed. Hence why 3 days in a row you guys nominated Andreas and he didn't die because you still had to kill the Horcruxes first.
I told you have to destroy the
So,
Horcrux.
Jason, you screwed up. Because Guami's rule says he poisons his alive neighbors. I was dead when you gave me false information twice.
No, I gave you a cold. Because you were actually cold.
No, but I said, my second question was, after I died, was, does it have to do anything to do with nominations or being nominated? You said cold. That should have been a bingo.
Well, maybe not a bingo, but
It should have been a warm.
It should have been a bingo.
So, you know what? And the thing is, if I had figured that out, I would have been able to go after Guami because I knew I was poisoned. Because I knew I had a suspicion I was poisoned, and I got screwed up information.
That's pretty accurate, Andre.
Yeah.
But how we were supposed to figure out who the Horcrux?
And then the other, even my third information was wrong, Jason. You said I gave me a worm when I shouldn't have died the first night, but I could have easily died the first night. So you poisoned me twice when I should have been poisoned.
Well, no. Once you're poisoned, from what I understand, once you're poisoned, you're now poisoned forever.
Well, you the way you worded it was
Oh, so-
Kwame poisons his alive neighbors.
And then they're
I wasn't-
poisoned. So I
wasn't
played,
alive though.
I played it that
No,
when
that's-
Oh.
you're poisoned.
Then he's
Oh
going
my
to be
goodness.
poisoning everybody.
Well, they
during the whole
don't
game
get
then.
healed if you don't become healthy after you die. That's basically what Jason is saying.
Yeah, I
That's why
played it
that
that way.
verbiage
I
is
don't
like
think
in
that's
some of the new
consistent
stuff.
with the other rules.
If I did that wrong, then that's on me. So do you guys want to hear the other roles that weren't in play out of curiosity?
Yeah, real quick, because I gotta go to bed.
Okay, so very quickly, Harry Potter, which was one of the bluffs, you start knowing one person who is a Horcrux. When that person dies, you learn another Horcrux. The demon knows you are a Horcrux as well, but the first time you vote on yourself, the Horcrux is gone, but you still live. So there's 2 Horcruxes, plus Harry Potter has to die and live, and then can then die a second time. Just sort of like the book. We also have Dumbledore. Each night, pick
that
a
would've been
player,
helpful.
you learn if they are a Horcrux. So that's what Dumbledore does. Then we have Snape. Snape, you register as a minion for the minion demon info and start knowing how many Horcruxes are in play. Then we have Hagrid. Once per game, publicly declare a player. If they're a minion, they die. So it's like a slayer for minions is Hagrid. Then we have Mad-Eye Moody. Each night, pick a player. You learn the distance from that player to the nearest alive evil player. Then we have Lupin. Both of your alive good neighbors receive sober amnesiac questions. So Lupin protects. Then we have the other outsiders. Umbridge. When you die, you turn evil, and the demon gets to swap another player as a Horcrux. So that bounces Horcruxes. It's sort of like a barber. Filch. You are mad that players shouldn't talk during the night, or else 2 good players will get an incorrect amnesiac answer. I didn't put Filch in because that's more for on Discord where people talk to each other. And then the other minions, the mentor. If an outsider dies by execution, every good player receives a cold on their next amnesiac question, and it adds an outsider. And then Malfoy, Draco Malfoy. At the start of the game, pick 2 players. These players falsely register as Horcruxes. So Malfoy is like the anti-Dumbledore Potter.
Gotcha.
So I would like to say I'm equally as frustrated as I was with the last Amnesiac game. Having technically figured out,
You see with that frustration.
I know who the evil team was 4 days ago.
Yep, I did too.
Having technically figured out a good portion of it and helping other people get their bingos, but not getting mine.
I gave you a super warm. I told you
No,
super
Jason.
hot.
No.
I gave you super hot. You also
project your
You just have to deal with the fact that people aren't going to be happy.
Candace, did you ever tell Gwami that his ability is that he finds Horcruxes?
Yep. And then he still turned around and whatever. Yep.
So, question about
Yep.
the bluff rolls. They don't get to ask questions about
Not at
that or
all.
anything. They're just asking about their ability.
Exactly. So that's why Gwami didn't actually bluff as Harry Potter and say, I find Horcruxes, even after Candace said your thing is to find Horcruxes. And if Gwami would have talked to Andreas and said, are there Horcruxes? Andreas would have been like, yeah, I made 2 players Horcruxes. And they could have actually been working better than they did, and they should have been caught a little
Then
bit.
I had the nerve to tell him at the last day, you need to talk to Andreas.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell Andreas was bluffing as Mad-Eye Moody, but Andreas is like, I'm Mad-Eye Moody. I don't die, and I don't understand. And I'm thinking,
For the most part, I was bluffing that I'm looking for Horcruxes.
Mad-Eye Moody?
Chris.
Yes.
Do you understand my level of frustration right
what
now?
the relationship is.
I had fun. I have to go to bed. I have to be up in like
Good night.
4 or
Night,
5
Sam.
hours or something like that.
I'm
But
heading
thanks,
out too,
Jason.
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Jason, how we were supposed to figure out who the Horcruxes are? I mean, from
Yeah, it's
all
fine.
that we had in the game.
Well, I did give
But a
some
good team.
info. I said an outsider is a Horcrux. I did give plenty of info.
I mean, Sam was the only person who have any info about Horcruxes.
I thought there was a lot of information about the Amnesiac questions, but not a lot of information about what was actually going on in the game.
Yeah.
Well, I gave Sam a lot of it. I said I mean,
Yeah, but you also fed a lot of misinformation to people too.
well, that was Steven's role, and Steven kept insisting that he wanted to stay alive. If Steven died really early, you would have had one. If Steven died first, all you would have had was Clockmaker 2.
Well, most outsiders, for the record, are a hindrance when they die, and that was what I was assuming. Now, I did ask, when I die, am I asked to name a player who... So the problem is not knowing what my ability was. I was aware I was an outsider, and I could have said I'm an outsider, kill me, which is what most outsiders should do. However, I didn't know that, and I didn't know what was going to happen when I died. Clearly, in hindsight, I would have done that. And if the game wasn't an Amnesiac script, this outsider wouldn't work, because I would just say, please kill me before you get your... Well, yeah, it would not work in a non-Amnesiac script.
Ironically, if you guys were in a different method, if you guys, because Andreas told me like halfway through the game, he goes, once he figured out some of his ability, he goes, I picked Lynn and Steven because they're probably going to stay alive long. And if he would have picked some townsfolk instead of outsiders, you guys might have had the Horcruxes die earlier and heard that the Horcrux died earlier. But I'm assuming that Lynn and Steven both knew you were outsiders. So after Steven died, and you heard that a Horcrux died, Lynn, why didn't you let yourself die at that point?
I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, I didn't know I was one.
She doesn't know much about Harry Potter from the sounds of it.
And I don't know Harry Potter where shit.
And I didn't
in the movies or books.
It would have helped.
And we didn't know if she was necessarily
Harry Potter.
It would have helped if we knew that it was a Harry Potter themed Amnesiac game.
I have to surprise everyone with the.
I know, but given the fact that so much of the mechanics of the game and the winning was dependent upon it, and you got some people that don't know anything about it, like.
Oh, you said
I was surprised how many people didn't know.
Like, we have to destroy the Horcruxes. That's what they do.
I know, but I mean, I know. That's what I said. I'm as equally frustrated, and like, I helped other people figure out their bingo, but you know.
Well, that was your ability. Your ability was helping other people.
Yep.
Your ability was sort of like Lynn's.
Yeah, yeah.
You did help people, including Guami, who you told him he finds Horcruxes. Then he's like, well, I have this ability where I picked you, but I don't even know what you made up, Guami. I'm like, what are you laughing about?
What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, your ability didn't seem useful at all, and it isn't.
Nope.
Nope.
That was the whole point. It's an Amnesiac game. I don't know what it is.
He comes to you and he says two names. One of them was what? It's so dumb.
I have no idea why people thought that was like a DA thing or something, and you tried to kill me 3 times in a row.
Well,
that was a bit...
we didn't have any idea who the Horcruxes were. I mean,
yeah, we didn't know who.
Well, I literally told you one of them.
We knew
Thanks.
one.
Yeah, and then Guami.
Before the record, you weren't going to help us to win the game, so.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to believe whatever you said. You're evil.
Yeah, I would have never guessed it was Lynn.
Well, it was just a coincidence, but when I was one and I knew Lynn was an outsider, but the problem was we didn't have the numbers just to be killing willy-nilly, so I was like, well, the one theory I had was that when we tried to kill the demon, that a Horcrux would die instead, and so I thought when we killed him the second time that the other Horcrux would automatically die.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So guys, I literally own, I'm not kidding you, 3,000 movies. I've seen many more that I don't even own, but I have not watched any Harry Potter or read any of them.
They're really good.
I'm not into that Harry Potter. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, but I'm not really.
And you ought to like Harry Potter. It's just dedicated.
I never got into it. I think I watched like the first 15 minutes or so of the first movie, and I was like, eh.
Oh.
As most of them are, Stephen. Most of them are myths.
Well,
we return over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because Steven was an outsider or a Horcrux didn't exactly mean that Lynn was the other Horcrux.
Well,
he just happened to pick them both.
So if Steven would have died early, I would have said, like, if Steven or Lynn died early, I would have said a Horcrux has died, and you guys would be like, oh, a Horcrux has been destroyed. Oh, we got to find out. I don't know that. And I would have.
Yeah, Chris, I feel as crazy as I did the last time, having figured out a good portion of stuff and it not.
Well,
it was just so late. It was so late by the time I put it together.
Yeah,
it was late by the time.
Yeah, and by the time we figured out the Horcruxes was Steven, it's like if we would have killed Lynn, it would have ended the game anyways because it was only Lynn
Our
and the
numbers were
3
so
evil
low.
guys left.
Yeah.
I was the last good person alive. All Andres had
Yeah.
to kill me.
You
and
guys
that
were
was
voting all these other people out early in the game, and
Well,
no one.
But
we
they
didn't have
I
any
voted
way
for
of
you.
knowing who was
no
good.
info
But-
about how to figure out who.
Steven,
Actually, guys, it was top 5. I could have nominated myself to die.
Yeah, I believe there were 6 when we started the Horcrux nonsense.
so
Yeah,
here's
you
one
died,
thing.
and then Andreas didn't die, and then it went down to 5 people, and then I could have just died in nomination. You could have killed me, and then we could have went for Andreas.
Just so everyone knows, Lynn was the very first
Yeah.
person who got our bingo. Lynn was the first bingo, and when I told Lynn her bingo, I said, anyone who picks you gets poisoned amnesiac info. And then Lynn didn't just say, kill me, I'm a bad ability. If Lynn would
I
have killed
did say
herself,
that to a couple people, I believe. Like, I'm not a good ability, that's for sure.
but then Steven was like nominating like Anton and all these other people. And like, I was surprised that Lynn, you didn't say, kill me, because anyone who picks me is going to get poisoned info. I'm an outsider, just kill me now.
And I would have been okay with dying. I'm just not the type to nominate myself. And I think a lot of people just trusted me and didn't want to kill me. They wanted to go after someone else. But yeah, if someone would have nominated me, I would have been okay dying.
The game would have completely changed if you did do that, because you would have, first of all, never poisoned anyone. And second of all, a Horcrux would have died much earlier, which I thought you were in. Once you've got your bingo, I'm like, okay, your ability's bad. You're going to kill yourself.
I just didn't know like the Horcruxes. I don't know all about that. So I found it a little confusing.
Well, you didn't know you were a Horcrux either.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So I will say this, Jason. Theme-wise, the game is pretty neat. It's really, really neat theme-wise. What makes it unfortunate is there's so many people that would need to know that information.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Matt because it seemed as though his experience was diminished by the fact that
when he knew that he needed to know additional
that didn't hurt it for me, but it didn't bring it up either. It was just kind of like, well, there's a theme and it doesn't provide any clarity.
I thought most people would know Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, most people do, but not everybody.
Not everybody.
Yeah, it was a surprising number that didn't know.
If you had said this is a Harry Potter themed Amnesiac game, then people could have made the choice to be like, okay, I'm with it. But I do think that inside information was required because, like, even for the evil team, would have known to go to Andreas if he'd had that information.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they did.
I thought Andreas's ability was to choose the outsiders.
No, Andreas's ability was choose 2 players. And that's all he knew. He didn't know that it was choosing them as Horcrux or anything until later in the game.
So he just happened to choose the 2 outsiders.
He just happened to choose 2
to choose them. I was thinking probably they're Horcruxes.
Nom's about to
but
come
I
in.
didn't know that they're outsiders. That could have been like shooting to my face.
Okay,
Because the outsiders
Nom's about to come in, so let's not talk about Horcruxes for a second.
All right, mute him.
You know what's so funny? I was the only
Okay, Nom's in.